Level 117 arrive. Level 117107 IQ. Level 117 arrive.
シートに残るかすかな香り、触れた記憶が戻ってくる。言えなかった一言が今も胸にある。愛と呼ぶには少し遅すぎて、忘れるには深すぎた夜。香りだけが残る夜に、心が静かに揺れる。抱きしめなくても失わなかったもの。街は何も聞かないまま、ライトが影を伸ばす。正しさよりも優しさを選びたった。一人になることに慣れたふりをして、それでもこの地図幕が愛おしい。香りだけが残る夜に、欲望は声を潜め、 静かになる頃孤独は敵じゃない選び続けるこの道が私の答えラジオが静かになる頃夜明けはまだ遠いでも今はこのままでい
Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Hey, how's it going? What is up? Hello, hello, konnichiwa, ni hao, annyeong, bonjour, aloha, howdy, hi, moshi moshi, ciao, assalamu alaikum, shalom, hola, hello, howdy, hi, welcome, hello, howdy, hi, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. What the fuck? Alright, so I am a little late, I missed some stuff, but look, it's fine. There was the weekend, and then there was the, then I had to restart my computer, and then there was, the Neko model was not cooperating, and then there was like I don't know, I'm out of excuses, but you know how it is, you know how it be. Tanyuith was first today on time. Tanyuith was here at like 8:02 with glorp shit. It was glorp shit. And then we have Tanyuith also said 107 IQ. Bleep bloop. I saw that. I was actually there on at the computer when I saw your sub message pop up. So thank you for the resub. Appreciate it. Thank you. You said arrive 107 IQ and arrive based. Welcome. And then Kairo's here, said Rape Caviar sent $5. You know, that name sounds very familiar. Like, I feel like I've 100% heard that person donate to Fuentes' stream. I have no idea who that is. But I swear I've heard that name before. Rape Caviar. For all I know, they still donate. But, that's funny. And then, Leclerc has a 20 stream streak. Nice. Base, 20 stream streak. You've heard it? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it, and I just don't know who... Like, I don't know who Rape Caviar is, but I 100% have heard that name. Balls. What else we got? So welcome Bleep Bloop, welcome Tanyuith, welcome... We had a couple bots show up. Welcome Cairo. Welcome Diamond, who said, realistically, this dude has been on time for 4 of his streams over the past, like, 5 years. What the fuck? Maybe. Well, for a long while, I didn't really even have a schedule, so can you really say I was not on time, though? Can you really say I was, like, late if I didn't have a schedule? Once a year, he's on time. You think he's just lazy? Nah. Late. Neko late. Yo, what up, Tailgater? Hello? How am I, beautiful streamer, doing? I'm doing well. How are you? Excuses. I know. Is okay. I'm allowed to have some excuses sometimes, okay? Did Cairo give you her computer aids? Not. I was about to say not yet. No. No. Thankfully not. And her stuff seems to be fixed, so hopefully, you know, there's no more computer aids. Yo, what up, Promise Milk? Do more? Do more what? Do more what? Stop being tardy, retardy. Alright, I'll try. Hello, Milk. How you doing? I just had Wild Wings from Wildy Wild Wings. Don't listen to him. He's crazy. 107 IQ. True. You got a free cheeseburger based. Arrive. Yeah, it's a cool new emote. Hope you like it. You went fishing. Nice. Did you catch anything? Balls. Went to sing is when you fart in the vag. I never heard of this. Okay, good to know. I love fishing. Did you catch anything? Spinefish sent $3. That's also a name that sounds... Why are there all these fish-related ones? Rape Caviar. Like, caviar is fish, right? Fish eggs. Or am I thinking of someone else? Or something... Am I thinking of someone else? Or am I thinking of something else? Robots. I caught an electric fence and shocked myself trying to get the line off the fence. Really? Seriously? Damn. Oof, got plans for the future, I see. Nuh-uh. Neko's a bug chaser. Nah. Fish. Yeah, I don't have my Neko fish emote yet. There's going to be a Neko fish emote eventually, okay? It's not out yet. Maybe I can add it. Maybe I can add it to, like, 7TV right now. Let's see. You think I can add Neko fish to 7TV right now? Will it work? Oh, no, but it won't be updated, right? I could add it, but it, like, won't update. Like, if I upload, let me see. Neko fish. 1,000 by 1,000 is the max resolution. That's fine. Where's Neko fish? Okay. Okay. Overlaying? What's overlaying? Okay. It's being processed. Okay, I forgot it takes a while to process. Okay, so I tried to add it to 7TV. We'll see if it ever gets added. Maybe it'll be done before the stream's even done, for all we know. Oh my god. Hang on, is it done? I added this one. Hang on, I added this one. That link, that's the one I added just now. Dang, is it working? I don't think it's working yet. Let me try resetting the, I don't know how quick it'll get caught, like how quick it'll get picked up, but... Neck is a little e-virgin incel, no void computer will let him upload his file into her. True. Wait, well... well, I don't know, that's a little confusing. It's pronounced Fuintezing? Oh, okay. Fuin. Neko Fish Lane. Stainless code chatter, get better. Oh, you do have a fish emote on your Discord, I know that. I couldn't find the video I was looking for because Saturday I was causing myself a really bad headache and I ended up throwing up because of my headache. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You still having headaches or is this like from the injury or something? Refresh, bitch. Is it working yet? No? How do I refresh it? Throwing up from a headache sounds like a migraine or a concussion. Neko Fish. Still not showing up. Maybe if I close out of okay, hold on. I'll close out Chatterino, reopen it. Does Chatterino recognize? No. If I were to refresh streamer bot, will that work? How do I do the streamer bot thing? You know, I forget how I did it last time. Oh, wait, I think I got it. Servers, WebSockets. What if I just close StreamerBot? Boom. So chat's broken right now. Yo, what up, IFN? Oh, chat's broken on screen right now. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. I'm just refreshing chat is all. Okay. Is it working yet? Maybe I gotta hold on. Let me check chat here. Oh, chat. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's working. You can't see it on your screen, but maybe unless you have, yeah, if you have it installed, you can see it on your screen. But at least it shows up on the stream. Worked the whole time. Did it? Either way. There you go. There's a 7TV emote. You happy? No? Okay. I tried. Do you even know what you're gonna stream today? Not really. I know that I told, was it Tailgater? I told you I would watch something. I remember that. And then maybe just whatever reacts we can find. But you found a 6-inch duct fan in the basement, so you removed the return vent register, and installed it into the hole, so now there's a fan installed in the wall that sucks the hot air out of your room. Based. That's good. Is it working yet? I mean, it sounds like you said, from what I heard, it sounds like it's working for you, right? Suck that hot air. Hey, someone, I'll watch something. Yeah, exactly. There was actually a little 7TV message in chat when you uploaded it? Ah. Nice. On Twitch? You sure that wasn't me putting that message in chat? Either way. Either way. Kinda, yeah. But does it suck the hot air out of your mama? Damn. Hey, what? Hey, yo. Okay. Okay. Well, Tailgater, I don't think found the video, so I don't know if there's a video to watch. But we can watch other stuff, right? We can always watch other stuff. Oh, you have it. Let me see. Let me look at Neko chat. Oh, let me look. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah. Added emo. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't see that in my chat, but or did I? Yeah, it didn't show up on my side, but you know, it's cool that it showed up for you guys. Did you miss any bots on Kick? There were a couple, but I got them. They were like right when I started the stream, so there's no way you would have got here on time. Neko, every day is a weekend stream in your stream. Drink shots. What if I told you I already have? You're going to Finster out in a year or two? False. Yo, what up, Censor? How you doing? Welcome. Tim didn't... Do you know what time Tim comes back? He didn't set the... You know, normally when he goes on his vacations, right? He'll update the streams offline. The offline image. He didn't update it. I'd be upset, but I wasn't here, so I'm gonna open up the laptop and going to be doing my due diligence. All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta add the bot or the bot checker thing that Kairu has, but I keep not doing that. There's a lot of things I gotta do. I just keep not doing. How's your day going, though, Censor? I read that. It's too late. Neko is already a girl. False. I'm really sorry for it being a long video. That's no worries. We'll have to skip around. We can't watch the full thing, but we'll have to skip around a little. No, but I heard a week. Yeah, I heard I think he said he'd be back here Sunday. Like, next Sunday would be his return date or something like that. I don't know. Speaking of due diligence, I'm going to type in the group chat between you and Drum, so hopefully get some gears turning this week. I mean, I added him on Steam, but he hasn't, like... I don't know what more can be done. I don't know. I feel like I gotta push it, but I'm not really super like. I don't know. I've already have collabs with Kyrie. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really need more collabs. I feel like. I'm a very like, you know, introverted person. Okay. We can still set some up, but I'm just like not super excited. I guess I don't know what, you know. I'm not really super excited about a lot of things right now. I'm just like nothing really seems exciting right now. Except for finishing Lucid Blocks, so I never have to see that piece of shit game again. No. I like Lucid Blocks, but it is getting a bit repetitious. But either way. I'll upload V2.0.0 of the bot killer in a few minutes. Okay, thank you. I'm trying to sleep. What happened to your previous BF Shiro? Vapor Shiro's, well... I don't know. I collabed with them once, and then I said, hey, they came by, and then I said we should collab again, but haven't heard anything since. But as usual, I'm not really pushing very hard, you know? If I was super insistent about collabing with people, I mean, I could probably make it happen, but I'm just not really pushing that hard about it. Gamba, true. Real and true. Okay. Celestium versus... Wait, Celestium versus a Leaflet on the trans issue? Bro. I do want to kind of... I do kind of want to see what they talk about, but it's also... Is this a long video? Probably is. You know, I edited together. Like, I edited the first thing where we watched the Leaflet Avalav abortion debate. I edited that together. It's finished. The problem is... I'm like, who the hell wants to watch... Like, okay, the original is a 2.5-hour video. Mine is a 2 hour and 17-minute video. why would they watch mine if they're not really saving much time, right? That's my thoughts. It's like, they're not really saving any time watching mine. Why wouldn't they just watch the original then? I don't know. This kind of made me not want to put it out there, but I feel like I gotta now. I put the time and effort into it. I feel like I gotta release it, but I'm just like, I don't see it doing well. Wouldn't they be on the same side? That's what I thought. Yeah, I would think they're on the same side on this issue. That's why I don't understand. Unless one of them's playing devil's advocate. I'm not telling you to go to his house and invite him over to your family barbecue. I just want you guys, I don't know, play a co-op game with them or have a group react. We can do group reacts. Well, here's the problem with group reacts. I think to do a group react, it helps if you guys are on the same page. I have no idea what Drom's politics are, and for all I know, I don't really want to know, you know? I could be friends with people, but it's like, for all I know, he's like vehemently against everything I stand for politically, right? So if we do a react, it's just more like, hey, you want to argue? Hey, you want to do an argue? No, I don't really want to do an argue. Is it react today or gaming today? It's reacties. Today's reacties, since I promised Tailgate I was gonna watch a video, so I'm like, all right, might as well just make today a react day, and tomorrow's gonna be the game day. Tomorrow, all right. Today's reacties. Tomorrow, we finish, we won't finish. I know we won't finish, but we'll work towards finishing Lucid Blocks tomorrow. Wednesday is collab day with Kairu, another Lego Star Wars day. And then I think Thursday we'll do another react day. I don't know. And then maybe Friday we'll do like Star Wars Jedi Outcast or something. Or maybe Lucid Blocks. I don't know. We'll see. Do my suggestions overwhelmed you? A tiny bit. Because with how limited my time is now, I got way too many reacts and I have not enough time to react to any of it. So it's not, I don't need as many options now, considering, like, you should probably filter it to what you think's the best ones. Because it's like, right now, I can maybe react to like 2 to 3 videos in a day, it seems like. And that's only if I'm doing like a full react day. What is this? Eliza Seraphim. Eliza Seraphim. The Twitch degenerate, Lurky14, the Twitch streamer running a grooming ring. Horrors from inside the tri-state crematory. Isn't it like, I thought it was like a crematorium or some shit. Why is crematory right? Am I just insane? A 21-year-old autistic girl with a lot to say. Wow. Are you stalking this person, Censor? Or is this your recommendation? Alright, let me look at... First up, let me look at Tailgater's channel real quick. Yes, okay, so it's both. Albino, Tailgater, CSX, YouTube. Damn, okay. You said it's in your playlist? Which one is it? I don't see it in your playlist, unless it's a private playlist. At the bottom? I went to the bottom. It's, Pungo Off-Road Monster. Oh, it says, okay, that's Virginia Beach. Never mind, I see it. Never mind, I'm blind. Alright, yeah, there's no way we're watching half an hour of monster trucks. but we can skip to the cool parts. Hold on. 4K. Oh, it says 4K. And I can't go up to 4K. It lies. It lied to me. I'll give you 1,000 to get implants? No. Censor over here coming off the harmful stream in which he discussed, or he talked about, what was it? Finster getting groomed into being a weirdo due to someone giving him shit tons of money to do it. Nah, it doesn't work on me. Censor, if you had that kind of money, you'd be grooming Tim into playing games like you mentioned before. Okay. Okay. So, whoa. It looks like it's 60 frames per second. That's cool. Thank you for the glorp bleep bloop. Thank you, thank you. Can you hear it? I don't think Finster was groomed. You don't? Are you lying? Yo, what up? Call me Astro. Welcome. Nice use of the salute emote. Based. Yeah, they're monster trucks. Thank you for the jail and the sombrero bleep bloop. I'm a little bit disappointed Leclerc didn't deport me, but I'm glad you did. Thank you, thank you. Leclerc's off his game a little bit, but that's okay. Appreciate him reaching his 20 stream streak. Dozer. Who's this? Can't read that. Trying to read what monster trucks are which. That's Dozer. Dirt Crew. I can't read that one. Oh, I've been missing some chats, haven't I? Maybe. Monster trucks. Neko can be FTF more. Female to female. That's not even a thing, is it? Spencer wasn't groomed. Didn't it come out a literal sugar daddy groomer funded him putting on dresses? Yes, Censor's just a troll. Don't listen to him. He simply he knew what was going on to be considered grooming. He simply took up the offer. He was still groomed, okay. Regardless, he's grooming his audience. Real monkey. Not trolling. I saw the Cybertruck one. Right, okay, you can't see it because my head's blocking it, my fat head, but right there, you can see it kind of vaguely behind the cage. There's a Cybertruck style one, I think. Mods, watch the troll. Watch out for him. The cyber attack. That's the gator? Oh my god. Blockhead? Yo, it's a fucking Lego monster truck. Look at that. Tufuk? Troll face? I always read the troll face as TF, but I always read it as Tufuk. Dufuk. A decade of dirt. Bro, the other ones didn't like honk. You can't honk. It's not fair. Bad company. Guys, which one's the coolest truck so far? Cybertruck design looks better on monster truck balls. True. Damn, how do they like judge this? Is it just like, is it like gymnastics scores, or like, wow, look at that trick? I don't know how these things are judged. Do you think the Cybertruck one is actually like funded by Musk? Or you think they just stole the design? You think they get sued? What are you watching? It's monster trucks. It's American culture. It's, they get in big trucks with giant wheels, and then they jump over sand dunes and over cars. Sometimes they smash cars. Sometimes they do tricks. Anyone gonna explain to Neko Monster Jam? Master Jam is just the WWE of trucks? Is it really? Is it really? What if they have like a... What if they like have a feud? Is it just like that? Maybe jump distance? I guess it's possible. Look how far he jumped. Maybe height, jump distance. Boom. They're very bouncy cars. Trucks. Very bouncy big tires. Vroom. Vroom. I want to see one of them fall over or spin out. Very cat. Yeah, it is very cat. I agree. It is indeed very cat. Are they drag racing? Probably not. Look, it's a race. May I see the cockpit? Why do you want to see their cocks? Censor, why do you want to see the pits of their cocks? That's weird. Which one do you want to see the cockpit of? Love you as a friend. Thank you, Tailgater. Love you back, also as a friend. Much respect. Cyber attack. Okay, it's not a cyber truck, it's a cyber attack. So they can't get sued, right? You're interested in the POV? You're like, can I see the cock? I'm interested in POV porn. Is that what you're saying, Censor? But that would be cool. Yeah, how do they not have cameras inside? Like, put a GoPro as a, like, or just get a dash cam, I guess. Smashosaurus. The San Felipe 250 was a couple weeks ago. Did anyone watch that? I didn't. Yo, smash the van. Oh my god. What is the San Felipe 250? It sounds like a race. You have a truck, but the height is increased. True. You have discovered what a monster truck is? You want to know what the driver's line of sight is? It's not good. But that would be, yeah, I would want to see like a POV from one of these trucks. Do they have it? It doesn't look like any of these show like from inside the truck. Off-road race in Baja Cali? Cali? Sounds cool. One word. See ya. That's 2 words, bro. Shaker. So you two are interested in the cockpit? Yes. But not in the way you're making it sound, okay? Mod, show us the cockpit. Is that a fucking rain? Wait, is this block? I want to see the... Yeah, the block. Blockhead is pretty cool. Sometimes I'm used to seeing sometimes these monster trucks like the body will get get torn off because they'll like smash onto something. They've all been doing it pretty clean so far. Where's like the dirty jumping, the dirty scrapping? I'm not making it sound like something else. It's a cockpit viewing. True. Well, we're both me, you, Censor. We're both interested in the cockpit viewing. We want the POV. Real. Oh, wait. Yo. It looks like a different time of day. It's like, oh, it is over a few days, ain't it? Okay, 5/16 to 18/25. What the fuck's that mean? Oh, so it's May 16th through 18th. 2025, this is last year. Yes, yes. If you notice, the cyber attack has like holes in the front for some reason. Not really sure why. Speed holes, maybe. It's a very white audience. I'm not shocked. Air holes to help the driver breathe? Maybe. It is a white... Look, it was a white audience, okay? It doesn't mean you can't. You can be black and be a monster truck driver. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. Okay. I like how Smashosaurus almost has like a leopard print. Almost. Bro, how do you get started in this career? Well, if you want to become a monster truck driver, how do you get started? What's the first thing you do? You upload the bot killer, should only take a few seconds to set up. Yeah, but that's a lot of seconds, though. What program did you use? Like, is it part of StreamerBot, you said? Download the virus? I don't know. Step 1, be white. Exactly. Step 1, be white. Step 2, own a monster truck. Let me see. So you open StreamerBot, click import, drag and drop file into the import window, click import. Press yes to overwrite previous version if applicable. But then what does it do? How does it know what the, how does it like, if it's using an account, like a Twitch account, what account does it use to ban people? I don't know if I don't know if my StreamerBot stuff has like a dedicated like bot account. How does it know? It has to have like an admin account to ban from, no? That guy's gonna get hacked and I'm gonna laugh at him? Bro. He uses my account, I say. My shadow knows my story. It sounds like something Shadow would say. Do a code review stream? I can check the code of the bot, but I already saw Kyra review the code on stream. But we can check it. We can double check it to make sure that Kyra was not trying to hack me. Code review. For context, that's the lyrics to a AEW wrestler. I see. You know what you should do is 2 days of Reacts content, 2 days of gaming, and 1 mix day. I mean, that's doable, yeah. Wait, Tanya, why are you asking for 2 more days of Reacts, though? Or, like, are you saying you want tomorrow to be Reacts as well? A decade of dirt. Hold on, okay. Cybertruck. Cyber attack. They're getting, look, the body's getting pretty damaged if you look at it. All that bouncing up and down's got to kind of do a number on it. Ain't no way. Skip to 22 minutes. Okay, hold on. React to wrestling promos, you coward. But why though? They're all just like, I'm gonna tell you something, brother. I'm gonna beat the hell out of every guy in that ring. That's all of them. Done. I didn't say in what order you had to do the. Oh, true. You know what I had to do though. I think that's a good idea, but I do have to make like a schedule. I need to put out, like, every week, I need to put out a schedule that says, on this week, these are the days I'm going to do this, this, and this. And it'll be like, this is the React day. This is the game day. This is the, maybe the mix day. These are my break days, you know? Even though the break days shouldn't change, but I really should do that in advance. Those are the old ones? I see. The new ones sound lamer then. You should do 3 days of Block and 2 days of Lego Star Wars, based. Wait, oh yeah, okay, never mind. I was like, wait, when do we do Lego Star Wars? I'm like, I did not just read that properly. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Block. Tuesday, Thursday, Lego. Maybe. When's the Reacts though? I see. Kairu's trying to get me out of the React game. Kairu's trying to corner the market so that I'm out of the React game. I see how it is. I know your games. Which days are Space Slop? I will be absent. Well, I haven't decided yet. So far, none. Wait, are you... Well, hold on, wait. Wednesday is a Space Slop day. Lego Space Slop? Is Lego Space Slop okay with you? I don't know. 22 minutes. 22 minutes in. Let's see. Sanus code chatter. The dozer. I like that it's like, Oh, I like how the dozer had like a little fucking shovel thing in the front. Whatever you call it. The only wrestling promo worth watching is the Shockmaster one. Is that the guy who has like the sparkly Stormtrooper helmet? That one is funny. And Neko, 2 other things. Yeah, what's up? This is non-tent. This is just because I promised them. Okay, this isn't like, I'm not saying this is like grade A material like reacting. Okay, that's the tailgater. You see it right there. That's the tailgater. Yo, what up, one and only Stormy? How you doing? Welcome. Welcome in the Kick Chat. Bam. Here we get to see. Oh, he's gonna fall. Is he gonna fall? Oh my god. How's he gonna get out of this one? Tailgater, can you do it? Oh my god, he did it. Yo, this one has a fucking. This one has a star hole in the windshield. Did you ever beat Jedi Outcast? Not yet, no. I still need to beat it. How you doing, Stormy? The one and only Stormy. Hi, Twitch people. Damn. Oh, you're in both Twitch and Kick based. The dozer. When do we get to see? I want to see one of them like break a piece off. Here's one. His roof's coming off. Oh shit! The engine piece, the hood. Do they wear seatbelts? I would hope they do. Otherwise, they'd fly out at the littlest bounce, right? The fuck is that? Oh, it's steering. Yeah. Salt D steer. What did you think of the leaflet debate video I sent you? Well, I want to watch it. We just gotta watch this first. I'm gonna watch that one. Starhole is what they used to call me at the German brothel Hassan fucked that teenager at. I see. Why were you there though? What? Starhole? Damn. That's a pretty good one. Also pick 3 videos that pique your interest. They sent. I have fan. Do you not? I told you I can't. Like the maximum I can maybe get through in a day is 3. So I'm watching this. I gotta watch the leaflet debate. And you're saying pick 3 more? That's not possible. That's not possible to fit in a stream. Talking about the first one, not the newest one? What? Damn, he's looking pretty rough here. Two or one, whatever you need to pick. So you're basically saying, hey Neko, do what you were gonna do anyway, right? Why do you gotta keep telling me or arriving and telling me what to do? You could just okay, the react channel, you know what that's for? It's for to put stuff in, and when I'm gonna react, I'll go in there and look for stuff to react to. So you don't really have to tell me hey, look at the react channel for stuff to react to. Like that's what that's for. That's already what the plan is. And if it won't fit, I can't, I'll do what I can, but plus if you were to have a monster truck of your own, what would you call it? That's a good question. I don't know. Monster trucks are often like, what do we got? We had Gravedigger, we have like, oh, thank you for the snow, bleep bloop. Somebody have to what? Nobody has to remind me that there's videos in the React channel. Like, unless you just dropped a fresh one, and I'm like, unless you hear me say, oh, React channel's empty, and then, like, you drop a fresh one, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go check for the new one. Welcome, Happa. Hello, Happa Nationalist. Hello. Yo, the Neko arrived. The Bigu Neko arrived. Very cool. Welcome. How you doing? Good to have you here. Grave Digger, more like Drave Gigger. Ha ha ha. More like Black. I'm not gonna finish that joke. Someone has to. Neko is master procrastinator. Procrastinator. True. True. Bruh. Is Neko gonna become a master debater? Maybe. Maybe I have to debate? Maybe I need to debate Leaflet. Bruh. Mobile phone posting, that's fine, no worries. When you get done, skip back to the air mail flipped over. Wait, I don't know where that happened. Yo, his has got like a fucking rat on it. Got like a rat. Mobile phone posting, same. I see, okay. I should debate Ledlet. Oh my god, debate Wokelet. Well, okay, if I were to debate Leaflet, what would I debate her on? What is up? Or what is up? Procrastination. I'm your host, Level 1 Neko. Let's get right into doing nothing. Damn, you got me. This fucking Killer Keemstar here. Let's get right into the news. Debate with Leaflet, yes, yes. Please do that when? Well, I don't know Leaflet. Like, I don't have her on, like, speed dial. Also, I don't know what I would debate her on. Like, the only thing I can think of is, like... Okay. I think we agree on almost everything. The problem is, like, okay, if I had to think about what I disagree with Leaflet on, it's probably... It has something to do with her take on, like... Oh, you had an ad? I'm sorry. Bug the ad? Yeah. Yeah, sorry about the ads. Well, I was going to say, maybe not the Christian stuff, but what in particular was it? Where did we differ exactly? The trans support? Yeah, I don't agree with that. But hearing her debate the trans stuff, it sounds like maybe she doesn't either? I don't know. Debate her on if she's trans or not? Well, how do I don't have the proof, do I? I just have it like, hey, it looks awfully sus. And then she can be like, well, it's not. And I'm like, well, okay, but it looks sus. It was funny when she changed her whole avatar and argued their perspective. Wait, what? Did she really? You mean in that last debate, right? Like, the thing I remember disagreeing with her on is when she was saying something about, like... Right, wait, what the hell's going on in the back there? Anyway, she said something like, right now, like, the right wing is good and Christians are good, but she feels like in the future, she'll be fighting some sort of, like, Catholic theocracy or something. Like, that was something I was like, that's weird. That's a little odd. But the problem is, she's not open enough about what she means by that I don't really know 100% what her stance is. Like, she's not really clear on what she means. She's very vague and ambiguous about, like, what she's saying in regards to what she fears the future might hold. Yeah, Catholics being the enemy. That's kind of like the closest thing I can think of. That was something that seems pretty big, but, like, she isn't very clear on that. I would need her to, like, state her point. If she made a tweet, like, okay, if she made a tweet where she's like, Catholics bad, then, okay, then I have a subject matter. Oh, shit. But you can kind of see, inside, like, he's got, like, a roll cage. Like, the skeleton here, you can see him in here. The skin's falling off. Damn. He dropped, airmail drop. Hey, Neko, you should get the book, The Transgender Industrial Complex. Didn't you, like, link that once? Why do I get it? I feel like you linked it, and I'm like, it looks like a virus. That's why you say wokelet, because she did a mock debate from the trans perspective to help Celeste. Oh, that's what that video is? Don't spoil it, though. I was about to watch it. Ask her about punching right in the culture war. Yeah, but what in particular? Like, would I say? I guess yeah. I could argue that I think it's good to punch right in specific things such as supporting, like, JD Vance or attacking Trump. Right? These things, I think it's good to attack Trump right now. If she disagrees, that'd be a great debate topic. What is your E-Daddy's take on punching right? By E-Daddy, I assume you mean Fuentes. He says it's, well, right now he thinks it's absolutely worse. But other times he thinks it's, we have to unite. But, like, right now, no. He's saying you have a faction of conservatives who are Trump loyalists, even though Trump's betrayed his voting base. And you have the people who are, like, you have MAGA, which is really, like, MEGA now. And then you have, like, true MAGA, which is, like, the people who were originally loyalists, but then Trump betrayed them. So, like, that schism or whatever in the MAGA movement, that's something worth talking about. That's something that should be pushed. Balls. I didn't watch much. I was listening to some of it live while busy. I see. Fuck you to whoever spoiled it. Fuck you and your barber. What? It's not that. It's alright. It's not that spoiled. It's a little spoiled. It's not that spoiled, though. I didn't know that was what was going to happen, but I'm still interested to see it. We're further right than them, so it's not really punching right. True. We're punching left. That's true. Like, if I punch leaflet, I'm punching left. You missed Shaker flipping over? Did I? Was I talking too much? He is mixed, pun intended, yes. He's technically mixed IRL and on that opinion, I guess. Based punching leaflet? Based? Damn, he flicked up his helmet when he was like throwing out that salute or whatever. Hold on, we'll go back and try and find a flip. If you know, do you have the timestamp on that flip? Looks like there might be one here. No? Bam. That, oh. Almost flipped. I am kind of interested in seeing if there's a video of the, like, the cockpit view, like, as Sensor put it. Hang on. Where was the flip? You said I missed it, so it must have been, like, not too long ago. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's a flip. He's got no skin over there. All right. This one. This one. Oh my god. He's sidewinding. He flipped over. All right. What? I was hoping they'd show him get, like, out of it. Like, surely they'd let you see, like, him get out of that flip over, right? Can they not spin out of that, or do they just need someone to tow them over? Towing over would be so lame. The MJF promo compilation, I'm assuming on Wednesday, is that Mandible? Can you do it? And please, please, I beg. What are you saying? What's an MJF promo compilation? And no, I can't watch wrestling stuff because they take that shit down. Wrestling shit is like it's like playing copyrighted music. They look for that and they take it down. Especially if it's pay-per-view shit. Oh my god, look at the bottom of that truck. Awooga. Thanks for the awooga bleep. Bleep bloop. The caca view. You want the caca view? Alright. Both of these views. Alright, hold on. Monster truck. I'm gonna look it up. Alright. Monster truck cockpit view. It's from 3 years ago. It's only 40 seconds. What the fuck? No, I need like a. This is a good one. All right, Monster Truck Jam from 6 years ago. Hold up. Hold up. Wrestling stuff is an instant copyright. Yeah, exactly. I think they have like probably like a live checker for that kind of stuff. Here's him looking at the camera, I guess. It doesn't matter what range of the rightoid she is, but I want her stance if she thinks punching right is not okay. Harmer called her out, but he was a Hassan leftist. However, she did mention betrayal when talking about yeah, she mentioned before how she's very much like if we're on the same side and you do something I don't like, I will overlook it. I won't attack you. I won't backstab you, as she put it, or you know. She's very much like, oh, are you doing something bad, but you're on my side? I'll ignore it. She's 100% like, so when her stance on punching right is 100% like, oh, are you doing something horrific, but you're on my side? Well, it's not my job to hit you, you know? Betrayal implying other rightoids should have not critiqued her. Yeah, and she was hoping that people would just be like, oh, well, we're politically aligned, therefore I'm not going to call you out, or I'm not going to believe what this video says. And, you know, a lot of people did. A lot of people did follow after what she said. Overlooking pedo grooming, skate park, gay. I mean, was there really, like... Can we really say there was 100% pedo grooming? Was it, like... Here's what... It was sus. It was a sus situation. I don't know if we can 100% say pedophile grooming, though. Like... There should have been no not safe for work channel. The rules 100% should have been updated, and 100% there should be no minors on that server. Oh, but actually, I'm remembering the video more now. I forgot the video because it's been a while, but I do remember they were talking about that person, that kid or that minor who was, as Tim put it, they auctioned the minor off, right? That's obviously a little bit of an exaggeration, but yeah, there was some weird shit happening. 100% she needed to be called out on it, but yeah, she has an issue with that. Usually that means, oh, you're doing degenerate stuff. That's fine, but they usually start backstabbing when it's something actually important and further right to them. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Kyra's right on that. Is that they want that? Here's what the center right, the more leftist right, they're probably not even right wing. Like I said. These people started following Trump way late in the game. They jumped on a bandwagon to get popular online. They're not really right-wing. There are these Musk types who said, like, well, I didn't leave the left wing. The left wing left me. So now, they're quote-unquote right-wing? No, they're not. They're not right-wing. They like to role play as right-wing. But what really happens is when they say don't punch right, what they mean is I don't want other right-wing people to attack me for being degenerate, to attack me for being trans, to attack me for being like, you know, for some of my more liberal talking points. That's what they want. But if you're further right, and let's say you throw a Roman salute, they're going to 100% attack you or something, you know? If you do something that's like, oh, well, that's too far right, they're going to 100% attack you. Did you see that? Because they're always saying, like, the left is the real racists. Okay, like, they love to cosplay as, like, we're Nazis. They call us Nazis, but we're not. So we might as well look like Nazis, but we actually don't believe anything the Nazis believed. And we actually hate the real Nazis, but we're going to look like Nazis. We're going to take the Nazi name. And, yeah, we're chuds, all right? And then they're just liberals. They're just... Like every VTuber, I've never encountered a single VTuber who calls himself a chud who did not turn out to just be a fucking basic bitch liberal. I've not seen a single one. So, yeah, the chud shit, they call us Nazi shit, all of it's so fucking bad. Did you see that? Everybody turning against Mujin? I did see that. I quote tweeted him, saying he's a simp. Chuddy Niku. Wait. Oh, Bobby Niku. I see. Level 1 chud. I'm actually a chud, okay? I am actually a chud. They're all chuds in name only. They're chinos. Chud in name only. Fucking Chino. That sounds like a slur. I like that it sounds like a slur. Those goddamn, I hate Chinos. It sounds a little too close to China though, so I gotta be careful. No, China's fine. It's the Chinos that I have a problem with. What kind of totem / pecking order are you right always up to? Clueless. Well, what do you mean? Well, right now, those that are kind of at the top, like of the VTubing sphere at least, are all the fucking like Chinos. They're all the people who go Quango, oh Quango this, Quango that. They're like, the left is a real racist. We support Musk. We support Peter Thiel. We support JD Vance. That's what's the top of the VTuber right now. So that I would fully argue with. I would argue, hey, Leaflet, Quango is a stupid fucking word. Quango, stupid shit. Yeah, I hate the Quango shit too. Level 1 Quango. Nah. Hey. Hello. Alright, so... Oh, well. That's cool. Wait, did the steering wheel just come off? What the hell's happening here? Does he have a wireless steering wheel? Whoa. Oh, it just fell off. Okay, put it back on. Okay. I see. VTubers should stop existing digitally, respectively. True. The wireless steering wheel. No, you just took it. All right, look. It could be real. Okay, they could have a wireless steering wheel. He has a fucking look at. He has like a fucking iPad of like engine metrics. Okay. The cockpit viewing, you like it? You had the same thought, yeah. This is cooler. I think this is a cooler view than the other thing. As a joke, though, well, okay. Look, I honestly did think it might be possible, which it is. It is possible, okay. Is it rational? No. All right, so like, he took it off. He's spinning. What if you get dizzy and you can't put it back on? So like you can't really see much below you. You have not a lot of view. You can kind of see like directly forward, and that's about it. How much to buy a ticket to these shows? That's a good question. I actually don't know. I'm 100% not going to search it with the screen showing because that's a trick. Censor trying to trick me. Look up fucking Monster Truck and it'll be like, here's your local show. Fuck off. Let me look it up though. Monster, because like Kairu's like, don't look up ice cream on stream. Don't look up ice cream because it's gonna be like, here's your local ice cream place. Don't look up pizza. Don't look up any sort of food. It's 100% gonna say, here's the closest one to where you live. No, he almost got him, Reggie. Nah. I like how I just searched Monster Truck tickets. Monster Jam. How much do the tickets cost at Monster Jam? Oh, it's gonna be one of those things where it's like, well, you got to buy the tickets first to see how much they cost, right? Is that what it's gonna do? Bro, I need prices. Find tickets. It probably varies by show too. Like, if it's a more populated show, it probably costs more. Let's see. Jiggle, true. Well, okay, so what I'm seeing here is that it costs anywhere from like $40 to like, oh, why are these in Canadian dollars? Am I insane? Why are these in Canadian currency? It says CA. CA $45. Why is it in Canadian currency? Is this in Canada land? Hold on. Oh, it's in Canada land. Okay, my bad. My bad. Why is it? They have monster trucks in Canada? Bruh. Since when? Doxer local show pricing? No. Neck Canadian confirmed? No. That is the first thing that popped up though. But it's not. I'm not Canadian, okay? Buy tickets. Okay, this is 100% the US. Buying tickets. I agree. All right, so like close upfront seating is pretty cheap actually. So like the best seats in the house look like they're probably like $100. Best seat, like literally like up next to the divider is like 100. Far away is like $40. So they range anywhere from like 40 to 100. Yep. Anyway. Neko fish. Drum typed in the GC. And I quote, I looked through what we both own and we play pretty much different games, so it must be a free-to-play game because I got no money for a slop game. Damn. What if I buy him like, I can buy him like Peak or something. Well, I don't know, he must have a PC that can play stuff, but I can buy him a slop game. And we can do like a group slop game, right? That sounds gross. Okay, I take it back. We will not do a group slop game. Hey, everyone down for a group slop? A group sloppy? Next video? Alright. Huh. Everyone want to get sloppy in a group setting? No. No thanks. Alright. Next video. I would say type that in the GCs, but since you're busy with streaming, I'll go ahead and play Messenger. Alright, thank you. Midnight Cruise. Midnight Cruise. What do you think that means? It's anyone's guess. This is Japanese, so if you know this, you know Japanese. Alright. Video. Right. The debate, right? Hold on. Should I add Neko stalling or should what if I were to remove the white monster emotes and add 3 of the ones I've showed you before, what should I add to like Twitch emotes? Like stalling. I've already added rage. I don't know if you've seen it. I already added the rage one. I already have raid. I have the salute. I have the Doro. I have, well, Fish is on 7 TV right now, but... Okay, hold on. Bot killer... Bruh. Am I getting hacked? Uh-oh. I clicked on the download and it, like, brought up, like, a new window. Uh-oh. What is this file type? Why? I don't like this file type list files that you're sending me, Cairo. Ah, I broke my neck. Fries in the bag. That's a good one. True. It's just an archive.org fucking hell, Neko. What is? The bot killer one's not an archive? What do you mean? Oh, your link. Oh. Yeah, I don't like that link either. I don't want to click it. Okay. Anyway. Boop. Anyway. It's an hour 40. Here's the issue, though. Well, I'll save it. I'll save it. I'll save my discussions for when I'm watching the Celestium leaflet debate. Hold up. Neko probably doesn't read. True. Can you go get a virus or something? Okay, I will. I'll get the virus. Hold on. Where's the thing I just downloaded? Bot killer. What the fuck? Alright, that's just a fucking... That's not even text, bro. Or that is text, but it's not even like English. Alright, hold on. If I go to like ChatGPT or Google GPT, okay. Bro, I see what they're doing. Those fucking assholes. Have you run into any of these things that are asking about cookies? You know, asking about like whether or not you'll accept their cookie shit, and then they asked two different sets of questions. They asked, will you opt out? And then the next batch are, will you enable us to track this? Fucking tricky motherfuckers. I see what they're trying to do. Alright, I'll worry about that later. You talking about dark patterns? What do you mean? Thank you, Neko. No worries. Thank you, Tailgater. Thank you for the 100 stream streak. Thank you for being here. Oh man. All right. Bruh. See, okay, Cairo, I put that code into ChatGPT and I asked it. I said, what could this mean? And you know what it said? It said, be careful. Don't execute anything that comes out of it unless you trust the source. If it turns into code or a file, treat it like an unknown software. Uh-oh. The streak is 101. Based. Good. Thank you. For example, deception in UI design. Oh, dark. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Confirm button is stylish, but the cancel button is plain. Yeah, exactly. Things that are meant to mislead you. In otherwise ordinary UI questions. Yes. And Neko, remember when I was going on about what got me into Neko fanboys? I think it was you. What do you mean, got you into Neko fanboys? What does that mean? You got what? You were going on about what got you into Neko fanboys. Do you mean femboys? Finster moment. You think it was me? What the fuck? I don't want to have this influence on people. I don't want people to become into fanboys because of me. That's wrong. This is against everything I believe in. Anyway. Japan is finished with anime tourists. Teen kills mom after being misgendered. The second cruelest video game. These are all pretty cool sounding. Wait, fucking Asmongold is unbanned and I didn't even put out my fucking video about Asmongold being banned? God damn it. I'm so slow. I need an editor. I need to hire an editor. Too late, level 1 Finster. Damn. Damn. Okay, anyway. Alright, let's get started on this, because otherwise I'll never finish it. Let's get started, because otherwise I'll never finish it. Wait, isn't it break time? Is it break time? 10 to 11. Shit. I'm all discombobulated. I'm only here because Finster reminded me of you. Fuck off. Liar. Liar, Sensor. You're here because you have nowhere better to be. You have no better place to be right now. Except sleeping, I guess. Sleeping is better, probably. But this is the next best thing. Playback speed, 1.5. Okay. Okay. Slept. Well, I was late, so we'll just start this. We'll start watching this. We'll start watching it. I might take a break in the middle. Probably. Promising and no promises, but in 4 weeks, I'm going to invest in an external hard drive for my computer so I can pick up editing for you again. Yeah, but I mean, I need someone who's, like, editing every I need someone whose, like, job is to edit for me. Like, I'm talking, like, I need to hire someone who's, I would appreciate the editing, but I'm just, like, I need someone that I can, like, hire off VGen, I think, who's, like, would actually, like, I don't know. Also, speaking of Filmster, the Gamer of Marge just made a whole docu on him. Who's the Gamer of Marge? The Gamer of Marge. Don't take away my free labor, man. Don't do it. You need free. Why would you? Don't you? You need free labor? Wouldn't you rather have free time? I'd rather have free time. If someone could take this labor away from me, I'd rather have free time. No worries. I'm glad to inspire you, Tailgater. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so nice. I'm like talking like I need to pay someone so I can have like a video per day. That's like crazy fast. You have DaVinci Studio DM for rates. Well, are you being honest? I don't know. Censor, I can't give you money. You're just gonna dox me. That's a problem. You're just gonna dox me. Bro, if I say I want the free labor to let me do the free labor, I like to have something to do and build my experience for no charge. True. What else in the world is about that life? I guess. No, thank you for being the best streamer ever. Thank you. I try, you know. I don't think I am the best, but I appreciate the kind words. All right. I've dilly-dallied. I've stalled for far too long. I would, but not for malicious intent. It would be so funny. Well, that's worse. That's worse. I'd rather it be malicious. Actually, I don't know. I didn't really think that one through. No, I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree to what I just said, but it's fine. Either way, I know better than to trust you with my credentials, my payment credentials. Censor, I'll pay you in gift cards. I'll pay you in gift cards. You just have to, I'll give you the number. And then you can use it. There'll be Visa gift cards. You can just... No. You know, okay, Censor, no. I looked on VGen. I think I need some of those Zoomer editors. You know the Zoomer editing that everyone hates? I think I need those. You will redeem SAR. Do not redeem. Anyway, okay. I gotta focus. Focus time. All right. Okay, so this video is Leaflet versus it looks like Leaflet versus Celestium. It says I debated Celestium on trans issues. Full debates. So Let's see. I don't know who's on which side, right? Well, I've kind of been spoiled already, but let's see what happens. What could happen? Disclaimer, right in the first frame. This is a mock debate between Leaflet and Celestium. Leaflet takes the pro-trans side, while Celestium takes the anti-trans side. So what's the topic though? Is it just pro-trans side as in like I love trans people, they should exist, and anti as in I think they shouldn't exist? What's the like, I don't know what the anti-side is. I'm assuming it's just like, hey, we need to stop catering to them whatsoever, right? We'll see.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, is that supposed to be trans leaflet? Let's see. Okay.
Alright, so I want to set some definitions before we get started. I want to know, based on what you believe, what transgender, like what being transgender is.
It's basically like when you're born in the wrong body. It's like sometimes people are born in the wrong body, and that's not their fault. It's medically like known.
Medically like known.
So
okay.
Who gets to set that? Who sets that definition?
Doctors. A lot of doctors have said that for like the last 20 years. It's been like that.
Okay. Okay, I gotcha. So what are men like? What are men and women like? When
You're
you
more
talk about what
interested
is
in
that?
her
Like,
punching
like,
rightoid
like,
stance?
I'd be
Yeah, I
very
would be
interested in,
too.
like, what makes a man and what makes a woman?
You already assume all VTubers are male or trans. Damn.
A man is a person that has like the societal like implications of what a man is.
What does that mean though? Leaflet, what does that mean though?
What do you mean? We're not even talking about biology. We're talking about societal constructs.
Yeah. Okay.
Celestium, get on it.
Don't you understand? Don't you understand? So
Celestium's just allowing all this to go through. This is training for Celestium. She's already failing right out the gate. Wrong body includes so much baggage in that phrase. True. Like, you have the people who are like, I feel like I should have no arms, or I feel like I should be blind, and then they intentionally put bleach in their eyes to blind themselves, right? You have so many things that could fall under that. Celestium's not countering any of it yet. It's only the first like minute though.
it's something that we decide as a society. It's like obviously it's a part of the culture that men and women have different roles and stuff. So that's why.
Okay, but what are these rules? Okay, so you gave me the societal definitions. So what are these societal definitions based on? What is the foundation?
Well,
implying
it's like the societal construct of women and of men. That's what it is.
Well, that doesn't like really make sense, to be honest.
Oh.
It has to come from somewhere that.
Yeah, but see, in my experience, like I just know what it's like to be a woman, and I don't really know anything about being a man. So that's my definition.
Okay.
So are you a trans woman, or are you a trans man? What are you?
I'm whatever I feel like, and why can't anyone be whatever they feel like? Who cares? Why do you care so much?
Because there are rules that society needs to abide by.
You're based right-wing VTuber, sir.
How it is collapsing now. Are you happy with the way society is?
Well, I mean, I prefer this to how it is with bigots everywhere.
Evasion 100.
Let's go back to the definition that you provided. So why do you have to divorce biology from the societal equation? Because we're given roles based on what we're able to do generally, right, as men and women. So when you divorce the biology from it,
bigots.
Now that foundation that's supposed to be there that you build upon is not there, and so your whole argument shakes and breaks apart.
Sorry, can you say again?
What?
Yeah, so when you divorce the foundation, right, which is our biology, from the equation, whatever you try to build on top of it is shaky and it breaks down. Doesn't make sense.
Well, my point is, like, why do you care so much? It's like if a person is
Here's what I hate about this. Is that just like with the abortion debate and this debate, it's like you have these two people who are obviously in disagreement on something, but they don't fucking they don't define what the disagreement, they don't define what the fucking like argument is over. They like, okay, what's this over? This is over trans. Like it's like the topic, trans people. Okay, so what does it mean to be anti-trans people? What does it mean to be pro-trans people? What are we actually arguing? What is actually the fundamental part of this argument? Because I doubt they're arguing that trans people should not exist. Maybe they are, but I doubt that's their argument. I doubt this is an argument about whether or not trans people should exist. So I don't really know what they're actually arguing about, though. Yeah, step one is define your terms. Define the terms, define what the disagreement is, define what the debate's actually covering. Like, create a, what do you call it? Like, you kind of have to create the limitations of the argument. You create the, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You kind of have the scope. You have to define the scope. Define the scope of the argument. Because otherwise, you're going to be all over the fucking place. Watch any real formal philosophy debates? Yeah, I mean, I imagine they're a hell of a lot more structured than this shit.
If a person identifies as a woman, what is it your business to tell me what I should identify as?
Because you're trying to be accepted by society, you're trying to break the rules that have been there for thousands of years.
Well, why does it matter to you? Because, like, you know, you don't understand that.
Because it inhibits my basic
people like us
life.
that you do this, and it will lead to more people committing suicide. So, like, don't you think that's more important than how you feel?
No.
So I'm not denying your experience and how you feel. I think you're truly
Deny it.
and, you know, struggling with the way that you feel. And so I'm not denying that. But the issue is that when we are ruled by emotion, it begins.
Formal debates are boring, though.
That we're seeing here.
Okay, well, I'm not saying it has to be formal.
Introducing various things like
I'm saying just have some semblance of a structure. That's all.
Amongst other things. So
be informal all you want, but just have some sort of structure.
Like,
because
how is it our fault?
So I wouldn't say the people that are being deceived, it's their fault. It's the people that are experimenting, scientists, psychologists, sexologists, like John Money, for example, who are trying to...
John Money mentioned?
Or trying to destroy the foundation, subvert things like gender.
Oh my god.
Just generally how society's been for the last dozen of years. So again, I'm not trying to...
Thank you for the sombrero and the jail, DJ. Thank you.
You're living
I've been deported.
Anybody else.
Of course.
So,
her
from a maybe more religious
Celeste didn't deny her lived experience.
In the image of God. You deserve dignity, respect, and love.
They haven't said lived experience yet.
However, human identity is something that we receive from God and that we can't
Not yet.
Ourselves. So
I don't care about your God, though. We live in a society that has a separation of church and state, and we don't care about your God. I don't care about your God.
You're using that incorrectly.
Yeah, but I don't really care. Like, why should I care about what you think and like your religion?
Why should I care about you and your religion, huh?
Sure. So where's your morality grounded in? Where do you get your morality from?
Natural law.
Okay, and who wrote the law?
What the hell is natural law?
Well, I mean, it's just what you feel, right? Like, everybody has an inherent idea of like what good and bad is. It's like what is the best for most people.
You can't have a law if nobody agrees on it, bro.
Law, right? And again, coming from a Christian perspective, God has written the law.
Yeah, but I don't care about
people who are atheists. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to care. But I'm telling you, the reality is that even people who are atheists or people that live on an island far away have some sort of moral code that is kind of like inherent to all of humanity. You know when you're doing something that's right and something that's wrong.
There's no such thing as natural law. Natural law is survival of the fittest. It's fucking
this doesn't matter because
eat your brethren so you survive.
Society has been built on Christianity to some extent. Sure, the Enlightenment.
Natural law doesn't mean shit.
But that truly is the principle, the foundations where we get everything from. So your morality actually does come from my religion. Now you can choose to believe that there is no God, but you can't deny the fact that in fact is the foundation for that. So we're not going to get anywhere.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, how about you define natural law then?
Right, treating people with respect and this and that.
Censor.
But why do the foundations matter? Because like before, right, we had things like slavery, and we decided that's not good anymore. So, like,
well,
why should we do that? Why should we do that though to trans people? If trans people want to live however they want, then they should be able to live however they want.
Slavery has nothing to do with this conversation.
The fuck did she just say? She kind of just mumbled that one out. Stream idea. I join you on voice chat and play therapist. What would you just want to be on voice chat? I don't need a. Like, I think out of the two of us, I think you need the therapist. You being you need the therapist. You're over here talking about, like, getting a trans phone number and, like, liking femboys. I don't know. I think you need the therapist. You owe me a free shout out because you forgot to do it last stream. Fair enough. All right. Yeah, no, I did forget to do it last stream. I know. I'm sorry. I did pop into YouTube. I don't know if you saw me, but I popped into YouTube chat to say, hey, sorry about that. You know, but you might have already been, you might have already left. Just because violence exists doesn't mean you debunk natural. What is natural law, bro? You still haven't defined it. Natural law is whatever law is natural, no? Or is there another definition I'm unaware of? It's the law of the jungle, law of whatever the fuck natural place you're in, right? Whatever law naturally occurs. Whatever law naturally occurs. There is no law that naturally occurs other than, hey, it's a eat or be eaten world, you know? It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Play therapists give you mock therapy session for content? That's not. I don't want to do that. The same reason I don't want to go to therapy is the same reason I don't want to have a mock therapy, because it's like, well, also, obviously, I don't like saying too much about myself. So it's like, hey, let's make a whole stream about saying personal stuff about yourself. No, I don't really want to. I'm not PC, just grok for a quick summary, bruh. I'll chat GPT it. What is natural law? Natural law is the idea that there are universal moral principles built into human nature and the world rules about right and wrong that don't depend on government laws or human decisions. Natural law says that some morals are objective. They exist whether we agree with them or not. That's a stupid idea, though. That's an extremely stupid idea, though. Natural law thinkers often argue that unjust laws aren't truly laws at all if they violate these deeper moral principles. Simple example, the idea that killing innocent people is wrong would be considered part of natural law. Oh, it just gave one. Killing innocent people. I have finished. It's not a good idea, I think. I don't know. I'm just at bowling. Spitballing, I see. I don't want a therapy session. You're like, hey, here's an idea, therapy session. Killing is wrong. Why? Why? If we needed to kill to survive, it's not wrong. Now, if it was like killing not to survive, but just cause, that's wrong, I guess. But none of these are objective, though. That's a problem. Like, you can reason out some laws that make sense naturally, but they're not going to be objective because everyone's going to disagree on that. Either way, this ain't about natural law, bro. This is not about natural law. I mean, she mentioned natural law was mentioned, but the argument's not about natural law, and they kind of extremely quickly skipped over that. I don't think Celestium knows what natural law is. So, or maybe she does. She brought up, like, Christian morality, I think. You live with others, you do not want to die, neither does your neighbors. That's not a law, though. That's just banding together. That's, again, part of survival of the fittest. Like, if it came down to your survival, you would kill your neighbors. But because you think at the current time it suits you best not to kill them, you won't. It doesn't make any sense, because, like, the only reason you won't kill your neighbors in that, if you're in, like, a survival of the fittest situation, like, if you're in the fucking natural world, no laws, you don't kill your neighbors because, I don't know, you like them, or because you have something to gain from not killing them. Such as mutually assured defense, perhaps. That doesn't really become a moral system. That's more of how does this benefit me? It would all boil down to, how does this benefit me? Like, okay, well, killing innocent people, it's wrong in that if others saw me do it, they might kill me. They might not like me. They might not trust me. I won't survive because they see me as a threat. If I'm just out here killing innocent people. Everything would boil down to, like, okay, what helps you survive better and what would be detrimental to your survival? No, I think our current moral system is based on I mean, it's based on religion, but what many would argue the moral system from religion is based on natural law, would they not? I don't know. I think a lot of the current moral system comes from religion. Which is what she brought up. She brought up the, Christian... I forget what she said exactly. Like, either way. Yes, yes. You have to be sorry because I forget to do things. That's okay. No worries. No worries. Yeah, I forget to do things. You forget. Everyone forgets sometimes, so it's okay. I'll try to remember. I'll try to remember to give you your special thanks at the end of today's stream. But I can't necessarily promise, since obviously I've forgotten before, but I'll try. Yes, yes. Okay, anyway.
conversation, please engage with what I'm saying.
I mean, it's related because
Engage.
because they had that before under Christianity.
Engage mentioned again.
Slavery was enacted under Christianity, and so we decided as a country that that's bad. So obviously, there's things that are bad that we can determine in the future are good. I mean, are things that we should fix, and that includes slavery to gender.
Slavery to gender? What does that mean?
That is like, I don't even know what fallacy this is right now, but going back to what I was saying before you jumped into something else entirely here. So human identity is something, again, that you get from like the start, and you can't separate your, you know, like your body, your gender, like your sex, what you're born with, from your identity. It's not something that you can construct. It is not constructed, at least this part of your identity. And again, I'm respecting your experience. I believe that it's very real. I'm not denying your feelings, but we got to go back into reality just a little bit.
Well, you want to talk about reality? Like SMH. Biology is more complicated than chromosomes equals gender. Intersex people exist. Brain sex studies exist.
Intersex people
Science is evolving all the time. So you're reducing people to like their gametes.
See, I don't know if it's because I have this at 1.5 times speed. Probably helps. But it feels like Leaflet's pulling the Destiny style of debate. The Destiny style debate, which is just let me lob a bunch of shit at you. Let me like basically the is it what do you call that? The Gish Gallop or whatever. Let me lob a bunch of shit at you, a bunch of like buzzwords or whatever that you don't have enough. Like it's easy for me to lob this at you. It takes a lot more time for you to pick apart everything I said.
While ignoring like my lived experience and
lived experience mentioned.
My dysphoria is real, and telling me I'm confused is literally violent.
So intersex people, that is a different condition that's out of their control, and you're offending them and making them seem like they're less than because you believe that your mental, right, your psyche says you're damaged goods because you're not what you think you want to be, and you deny what you really are. So intersex people don't have a choice when it comes to
you told me,
you know, the damage that is their body, right? So you can't compare. These are two completely different experiences. They do not equate.
But the mind is just as important. So like you know how gay people, they end up
Gay.
they like the same sex. And you can't do anything about that. And it's the same thing. It's our
conversion
brains are
therapy
wired that specific way. So you're just denying like my own personal experience by saying that that's not how it was for me.
You can have your personal.
I don't know. I feel like you can bring up if it's like okay, your brain is wired a certain way and we have to just accept it. You can bring up pedophiles, right? You can say okay, well that's the same argument people make about pedophiles. You can say pedophiles are just wired that way. They can't help it. They just are the way they are. Do we accept that though? Like that doesn't mean we accept it. Just because people are born a certain way doesn't mean we just accept it. She mentioned experience previously. She mentioned experience. I don't know. I didn't hear the words together. Lived experience though. I was waiting for the words together, like lived experience. I heard experience. I don't know. Maybe I missed it earlier though.
Experience, but again, you're trying to equate intersex, right? Where their body didn't develop properly for whatever the reason may be, like it's a really rare thing, and you're trying to compare your healthy body and your perhaps damaged mind to that, and it's not the same thing. It's really not. So
well, how do you know it's not the same thing? Because like, what if because see, my brain is that way, where I feel that way. So it's how is it up to you to decide how if my brain is
that way where I feel that way? Did they just turn the music up?
Your mind is one thing, right? Your conscience, your thoughts are one thing, and then your physical body is a whole other thing. But you're kind of, again, we're derailing really hard, and I kind of want to just get back here. So, again, you're a person, right? You're a human person. But from my perspective, your body and your soul are one thing. They're united. So your real self is not separate from your body. You are who you are when you're born, regardless of any defects that you may have at the start of your life. Even if you're like, I don't know, your stats get all messed up because there was an error in the code or something. And that has to do with like your physical
error in the code.
So even if you feel like a disconnect between your physical body, you don't redefine your body to fix that connection. That
Yo, thank you for 3D glasses. Tell us that.
It's an inner conflict that you're dealing with, and not a physical external conflict that you don't really have control over.
Yeah, but why do you care though? Like, why do you care?
Why does it matter?
So many times, like Leaflet's really leaning on that. Why do you care? Why do you care? Like, hey, Leaflet. I would say in this argument, I would say, hey, why do you care? Is not an argument. That is not an argument. That's not. You can't just dismiss something by saying, "Why do you care?" Why do you care about dismissing it with "Why do you care"? Why do you care is not an argument.
Like, why do you care so much?
So you don't care.
I mean, she's probably trying to be. Keep yourself safe, homie. Right? Yeah. She's probably trying to be an annoying trans person. Like she's playing the role, and I get it. She's kind of doing an alright job at it. I will not ask Siffy about natural law. I refuse. I do not want to be a part of that autistic debate, that autistic entertainment for you.
Care about anything.
No, I think I should be able to do whatever I want. So like, why do you even care? Like, I don't agree with your religious
Whataboutism
restrictions of like what I
with
should be able to do.
less steps,
And
true.
for me, I think that this is my authentic self, so I should be able to do whatever I want.
Well, I care, one, because you're damaging your body, and I don't know
But
how
why do
far
you
you've
care?
gotten your...
Like, if
But also, yeah, okay, Celestium's falling into a trap now. Celestium's falling into a trap by answering the why do you care question. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I want to get a piercing, that's like up to me, right? Like, who cares? Like, who cares?
Okay, that's fine. You can... Okay, I'm not denying that you can do whatever you want with your life.
I'm scared I'll be wrong.
Doesn't mean that you should.
Oh no, I'll be
And these are one of the
deboomed.
things that you shouldn't do because you're destroying yourself. And not only that, people like you try to push it to everybody else. And if we don't accept what you're saying, well, then we're the transphobes. So
Well,
that
like, it's wrong though, right? Because you should be nice to people, and it doesn't cost you anything to be nice to me. So like,
if I
what
wanted
does it
to be
matter
nice
to you?
I would tell you the truth. If I wanted to hate you the rest of your life, I would let you do whatever you want without at least tell. Like, okay, so I have I want to ask you something. This line of logic, right? So, if a doctor, right, told you that the only way to cure your pain was to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
The only way to cure my pain was to jump off a bridge. Well,
Yeah.
well, actually, so in this case, you're.
Is he an
I don't wanna
accredited
jump off a
doctor?
bridge, so that's why it's necessary. Actually,
No. But if I go back to earlier in the conversation, right? You wanted to use medical studies as a way to say, like, okay, well, the doctors recommend this. This has to be the way to do it. But now, if the doctor tells you that this is actually the way, why wouldn't you do it? That's clearly the best way, right? To fix.
I feel like this is
whatever you
a
wanna do. So if the doctor told you to do it,
Celestium's
would you
pulling
do
some
it?
sort of
Let's
bullshit
take it as a
argument here,
segue,
though.
For people who are in your case,
Because
let's
it's like,
say
well,
jump off a bridge. This
obviously,
is the best way to cure it.
obviously that's not gonna happen.
Would you do it? Because clearly this is the way. Like, let's say transitioning didn't
She's
exist.
basically questioning the blind loyalty to a doctor, right? Or the blind loyalty to an appeal, like to some sort of authority figure. So like, oh well, if a doctor told you to jump off a cliff, would you? Like that's her whole questioning here.
Or if it did, but they found out that jumping off a bridge was better and had higher success rates, would you do it?
like a bad doctor doesn't like just because there exists one bad doctor doesn't
This
mean that
is
all
the
other doctors are
way.
wrong.
No, but I said in my example, multiple.
Like it's like the problem is it's hard to answer, like hypothetically. It's hard to answer this hypothetical because it's if you're trying to tell me something that doesn't make any logical sense, you're saying, hey, like it doesn't pass a basic logic test. So it's very hard to entertain this hypothetical. When you're saying, well, the doctor said if you jump off a bridge, you'll feel better. Well, I know jumping off a bridge will lead to immense amounts of pain and or death. Like even in your hypothetical. So I won't feel anything. I'll be gone. I'll be dead. So that's not what I want. So I won't do it. So I don't know. Yo, Streambo, you're gonna die. Hold on, let me kill Streambo real quick. Boop, block and ban. All right. Nice. Oh, thank you for getting him diamond. Wait, I banned him, but then it says you banned him. Wait, you removed the ban and ban. What the fuck? All right, thanks. Thanks. Either way, they're dealt with. Double dealt with. You're still here watching SpongeBob, Based Tailgater. Based, glad you're still here. Doesn't cost anything to be mean. This is the way. 6'7", true. How's your blood pressure doing? It's well, I haven't checked in a while, but like beforehand, I could just feel it. I could just feel like my chest felt like heavier and like I felt off. Now I feel like fine. I feel better. I don't feel anything like in my chest. Like, oh, I don't have a heartbeat. No, it feels a lot better. But just because like now I'm trying to get more sleep. I've quit soda again. And I'm getting a little bit more sleep than I used to get. So it feels better, you know. It's likely that the blood pressure issue was due to a lack of sleep, mostly. Like probably like 90% was a sleep issue. The extra 10% was probably the fact that I was taking caffeine in, you know. Pain depends on which bridge. Some are painless. Theoretically. 6'7". I don't know why I'm still here. I hate reacties. Well, you're here because you love me, right? Carbonated water, just get used to. I don't want carbonated water. It's awful. You do know, like, the part of soda I like is not necessarily the carbonation. The carbonation is a nice touch, but crunchy water is bad. I don't like crunchy water. I like the sugary water. It's like I'm addicted to sugar water, okay, basically. And the carbonation soda is like part of the experience. But it feels weird when it's like water with carbonation. Yeah, syrup, I guess. That's what I'm addicted to. Should I do another shot or no? Or do I wait till my break? I don't know. Or do I take a break now? Oh shit, the ad's gonna start soon? Uh-oh. Snooze that ad. Get stevia? Stevie cola? Gross. I don't want any cola that Stevie's had. It's gross. Why would I take Stevie's cola when I can have my own? Confirmed Koi slop and jaw. We already knew this though. He loves the corn syrup. True. Wait, no, well, I loved I was drinking a lot of Coke. I was drinking a lot of like the Mexican Coke, okay? The one with the cane sugar, okay? It's different. It's slightly different. All right, you know what? I'm going to take a quick break since I don't know. Since it's about to play an ad anyway, I'll take a quick break, let it play an ad, and I'll be back, and then I'll grab another shot. Pepsi's better. What? You take that back. All right, hold on. I'll be right back, okay? Give me like a couple minutes, okay? BRB. Okay? Okay, BRB.
私は私を取り戻してゆく赤信号が長すぎて時間まで止まるみたいあなたの声をまだ探してる近づくほど遠くなる想いスローモーションラブこの夜に沈めて言えなかった言葉が胸で揺れる早すぎたら恋だと分かってたのにラジオから古い曲あの日と同じテンポ違うのは隣にあなたがいないだけ愛し方を間違えただけねスローモーションラブ戻れない脚へ触れたら壊れそうな記憶たち夜に溶かして走り
Okay. Hello, I'm back. Hello, hello. What's going on? What if Neko is an Filipino? And Filipino? A censor, I thought you spoke English. Can't be too manly. Damn, yeah. Flirting with Neko, what the fuck? I am too manly, it is true. Harmful, what? Your phone posting? I see. Do you ever not phone when you're watching like a Tim stream? Are you also phone posting? Have you ever posted from your computer, your computadora, your computer? See, I just said computer in like 3 different languages. Maple Pepsi. That does sound kind of good. I would try it. Smile. Well, you're Canadian, aren't you? Fucking Canadians and their maple syrup. Does Canada have like maple water? Don't they sell like a maple water? Anyway. Okay. Back to the debate. Armor is daytime, so he gets a PC viewer. Wow, I get the I get the worst ones. Okay, I see how it is. You know, if I lose my job one day, I will be a daytime streamer. Okay. Well, I would have to look for a job probably, but if for some reason I am like financially independent and I can like, you know, stream as just more than like it would still be a hobby, I guess, but it's like I don't need to worry about having a normal day job too. That'd be nice. Yes, you should try it. Well, I'd have to import it. Maple water. Also, that's probably still like it's probably still has a lot of calories, you know? Maple syrup has a lot of calories, I'd imagine. Anyway, okay. Okay. Let's continue.
Multiple doctors have confirmed the study. Now your doctor's telling you because based on the study, it works out. Are you going to do it?
Well, multiple doctors affirm my experience, so.
Well, she gave you a hypothetical.
Okay, so there's multiple. But you're not answering me. If they told you to jump off a bridge because this is what you need to do to affirm your identity, are you going to jump off the bridge?
If I'm gonna, like, would I jump off of the
Yo, where do
bridge
we fund these doctors?
If that's what a doctor said, I need to do to affirm my identity.
Yeah, if they told you, would you do it?
Well, you wouldn't do that if they told you that you had a cold and you had to jump off a bridge, right?
I'm not asking you about me. I'm asking you about you. What would you do? Yes or no?
I think the question's done. It's not related to anything.
I think the question's done. Doesn't answer, just says, I think. I've never heard that, actually. I've never thought of that. Someone asks you a hypothetical, and you're like, I think the question's done. Like, without answering it? Alright. I've never heard someone do that. You would be a full trans-to-go full-time streamer? Nah, false. Wokelet is so cute, can't get mad at her. True, true. I know the model she's using, right? No, she's using like a general model that you buy and you can kind of like edit the colors and stuff. I've seen it. I like the, I don't know if it's V-Bridger or whatever she's using. I don't know what software she's using where she can make her mouse like angle. I like that. That's cute. It's actually fairly reasonable amount of calories. Well, how many though? How many per, and how big is a can, you know? Keep in mind I'm American, okay? Leaflet can't answer hypotheticals? Uh-oh. What, you know, she's the type to say, but I did have breakfast. Uh-oh. Sneedlet.
Engage with the conversation. So
No, you're trying to lead me into a situation that doesn't even make sense. Like, the doctors already said, like, there's already clear medical evidence that it lowers suicidality, basically.
Suicidality?
Make us feel
That's not a word, is it?
Okay, so, but what I'm asking you is, okay, the point is that you're going to follow what the
Suicidality?
medical advice says, right? The supposed tested advice. Let's say that this is the new treatment, right? Jumping off a bridge.
Suicide
Would you do
alleyway?
it or would you not? And this is what they're recommending now because they figured out if you jump off a bridge, it'll fix everything.
Well,
Would you do it?
I mean, saying that like I have to jump off a bridge and like comparing that to me being able to be my authentic self is like not even remotely the same. Obviously, if I jump off the bridge, I'm gonna die. So that's not a good example.
Okay, but you would want to follow the medical advice. But either way, both of these things are bad because when you transition, right, you're using these synthetic chemicals. I don't know how far you've gone, but if you start chopping off your body parts,
I mean, look how hot I am.
Look, that jawline looking a little square. I don't know.
What? Why is she looking?
I don't know.
But
hey, if you feel good about yourself, that's cool. But
Bro,
that's not the point. The point is
Sneedlet is trans?
You say you follow the medical advice, but now you're not following the medical advice. What makes you stop?
You mad?
You mad,
I'm
bro?
mad at you.
You mad because I'm like this cute? Is that why you so mad?
No, I think
Now she's not
you're
even. She's
adorable,
not
but,
even
like,
actually
that
arguing the
kinda
argument.
square.
So like if I'm this adorable, then why won't you call me what I want?
Because I'm not gonna affirm
Like who
the
cares?
disconnect that you have with your own body.
Like
because
why would you be mean to
essentially-
me in public?
I don't know
Why
how
would you be mean
far
to me in
you've
public for no
gone.
reason?
What?
Like,
If
isn't
I
that
didn't know who you
anti-Christian?
were.
Isn't it anti-Christian to be rude to me and hurt my feelings for no reason when it doesn't actually do anything? Like you telling me you hurting me in public, there's no benefit to that.
So, if I wanted to be,
Wait, I
a
think
bad
I have
Christian,
that
I'd do what
model.
you're
I
telling
think
me.
that
If I wanted
model
to be a
that-
good Christian, I'd tell you the truth.
She's using is one I was gonna use.
I don't really care
The
about
truth-
Christians.
Okay,
You should just be
that's
a good
lie, because
person.
no, because no, you have to hold on there. So you told me in order for me to be a good Christian, I need to be nice to you in public. So you do care about Christianity when it suits you.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna live it,
Transitioning,
if you're gonna
what?
live it, we always talk
I
about
am
how
living
good
it.
Christians
Pepe
Christians
laugh.
are, right? But you're gonna be mean to me for
Christians
no
are
I've
reason.
not
people like
transitioned
anyone
at all,
else, so no,
okay?
I
I
never
think so.
claimed to be good.
I mean,
Bro.
like that's really messed up. Like if you know a thing will hurt
Celestial
me and you know a thing
implies-
will hurt my feelings and will make me distressed, why would you do it anyway?
You already hurt yourself.
I mean, that's
I
only
don't
your
have to do
opinion.
anything else.
I'm
No,
happy
it's
actually. I'm
not.
doing great.
Okay, so synthetic chemicals.
I've not gone
attached to
anywhere.
yourself.
I'm
You
not.
can
I'm
synthetic
not a
yourself
single.
all
I'm
the
not.
time.
I'm 0%
Like
trans.
pills,
Okay.
like that, those are all synthetic. Same thing.
Yeah, but those are. It's dealing with external forces that could end up killing me. Not
What?
not internal ideations that
Doesn't kill you. It's
I'm
like
going to
Advil.
end
What are you talking
myself. Okay, well, I'm fighting off a virus. I'm fighting off pain. But if it were like worse, yeah, I have to take medication because it's you're trying to conflate something that is external and can potentially kill me, right? Like, and I'm trying to defend against it. With
So like
medication,
Celestium
which is totally fine,
isn't super good at
to
this.
something where your mindset.
That's obviously why they're
is out
practicing,
of
right?
orbit, and you.
But
Want to
Leaflet
do
is very good
physical
at
things to yourself,
just
to your healthy
like
body parts.
derailing
That doesn't make
and
sense.
not
So I
really
have a question
having
for
an
you.
argument.
If
So like
I wanted
this thing
to
is very much
cut off
like
my
nothing's
legs,
being
and I wanted to be
discussed.
paraplegic because I identify as
No,
paraplegic.
no progress is
Should
being made
I cut off my
whatsoever.
healthy legs to live my best authentic self?
Yeah,
What do you
who
think?
cares?
Should I
Who
do
cares?
it?
Yeah, I accept it. Yeah, you should be able to do whatever you want.
Okay. So
Why
You
would I
think
have
that
anything to do that? Like, why should I have the right to interfere with your life? Like, I just want to be left alone. Like, I want you to get out of my life and my medical care, and I will get out of your medical care.
the difference is that I'm not trying to push people who think that they should cut off their legs, viable, healthy legs.
Yeah, I don't care.
And
I don't
okay,
care. It's not an
you
argument.
Don't care, but the thing is that you push what you're doing to other people. You're saying that everyone who feels a certain way should just go and drink the Kool-Aid and go chop off their body parts.
Her
That's
medical
what happens.
care,
And
huh?
You wouldn't tell somebody.
Real.
You wouldn't tell somebody to go cut off their perfectly healthy legs because they mentally, right, in their mind, identify as a paraplegic, when in reality they're not a paraplegic. They're perfectly healthy. they
Leaflet
can walk on
can't
their feet.
debates.
Well,
Dot
I mean,
dot
if they want
dot.
to, if they want to, it's up to them. Like, why do I have anything to do with that? Like, you just want to, like, listen, you just want to get into people's lives and control them. That's really what you want. That's what you and all the religious people want to do, is you want to get into my life and control it. And I don't think you should have the right to control it. Like, I'm an American and I deserve to have bodily autonomy. You have no right to my body.
Is this a view on like
Okay.
whenever Leaflet does
Okay, we're gonna-
face
we're
the
gonna move on to
future
this
against
at
the
this point.
Catholic
It's just gonna be at
theocracy? Is this a
standstill.
view
We're not gonna see
a
that
view
because
into the
the moral framework
future?
is very different. So, okay.
This is what
But do you
Leaflet will
understand that
say.
that's my lived experience, though? Like, you don't
Sure, but
actually
you're-
know, you don't know what it's like to be like me, and yet you're trying to tell me how I should live my life.
Sure, I'm not saying that I'm yours. Your lived experience is your lived experience.
So what gives you the right
But
then
just
to tell
because
me
it's
what to
your
do? You don't know what it's like, so what gives you the right to tell me how I should be able to live my life?
The consequences in the long run don't.
I don't think
outweigh the
Celestium's gonna be able to do a
benefits that you
debate.
think you see in the short term.
To you,
Because
maybe.
later on in your because later on in your life, what's gonna happen is with the chemicals in your
Celestium's
body
like
castration, well,
maybe
if you go as far as
too
cutting off
reserved.
your bottom part, well, now you have
Like,
a
she's
lesson,
not-
right, that
she's
constantly
not
needs,
cutting back, she's
medical
not-
attention. It can lead to
She's letting
things like sepsis,
Leaflet
HRT
talk
messes
over
up
her
your
over and
hormones,
over.
So you're not. Your body's not going to be properly regulating itself. You're constantly going to be in mood swings and other things like that. In
She's
the long
letting
term,
bad
you're gonna
arguments
be more
go through.
depressed, and it doesn't fix your self-hatred. Has it fixed your self-hatred?
Well, I'm already, like, I would already get depressed.
And
but
this is
now
a
that I've
friendly- this is a
transitioned, I
friendly
feel a lot better
practice.
about my life. So you're just wrong. Like, I feel great, honestly.
I gotcha. All right.
I'm
So-
happier, actually. So were you to tell me that I should be sad by not doing it? And also,
Well,
like, technology will get better. So, like, in the future, like, there's going to be medicines and treatments that are going to be better and more safe. So are you going to tell me that, like, later it's okay and it's, like, not now?
There's
You'd be
been-
okay with it
there's
later,
plenty
right?
of times
Like,
that
later down the
happens,
line?
bro.
Like, say,
I'm not
say
okay with transitioning ever.
okay, then you don't really care then about the health concerns. You're just using that.
There's other ways to go about it. You can do therapy. You can be an effeminate gay man. There's other options instead of
Damn.
castrating your body and pumping it
Just
up
like
constantly
censor.
with synthetic chemicals that
Wait,
are
wait,
going to
real quick, pause. Okay, real
Pause?
quick here. How difficult do you want me to go? Because I think I'm actually exceeding the difficulty level. To be honest, I think I'm
Wait,
making
are
it
you?
too hard. I think
it might be too hard.
I'm playing like 2 levels higher than I should.
I like it though because it's making me think. And
Do you want me to just go all in then? I can if you want.
Yo, let's do
Okay,
it.
all right, okay.
Leaflet, I need you to destroy me. Okay.
This isn't like this is all like some old calm down. Like none of this is like actually what I believe. I have different beliefs on it. I'm not going to use my usual logical thing because like I have a usual logical route that I use for this, but I'm going to use a completely different logical route. It's like not actually what I
Wait, so she has she believes this in a different logical route. It sounds like she's saying what?
believe, but I think it's coherent. As in, like I think it would be difficult to fight against, but it's
Yeah.
like,
Also, if she's talking about difficulty level, she's just lobbing. She's literally just lobbing bullshit over in the sense that, and I know that's what someone who's like a leftist trans arguer might do, but it's like you're just all you're doing is saying a lot of I don't care. You don't know my lived experience. Why do you care? Why do you care? I don't care. You don't know my lived experience. Stay out of my health. Stay out of my health. You know, it's that over and over again. So like, and I don't know if you should pat yourself on the back for that or not. I don't know. It seems very basic, and clearly Celestian was not prepared for that. Which I mean, she should be, and this is probably a pretty good indicator of that. Yeah, but it sounds like she's gonna make a pro-trans. She's gonna make a pro-trans argument here, and she's saying she's not gonna use the usual logical argument she has. She's gonna use a different argument. So does that mean she has a logical argument that is pro-trans for her? Like she believes in something that she logically reasoned herself into that's pro-trans? I will not debate Sippy.
I'm basically going to emulate like their worldview.
Right.
But I do have arguments, but I will not use my own personal ones.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
All right. So.
So
In the future, there's going to be better technologies. So like you're claiming right now that that you don't want me to do what I want to do, and like we shouldn't have our rights. You're claiming that now based on medical advancement not being good enough. So surely you'll be okay with it later when it's perfect. Like say like I can get like surgery and it's going to be somewhat functional, but like I'm not going to have any health risks because it's just a much more advanced surgery. Would you be okay with it then?
No.
So you don't really care then about you don't really care about how like me being hurt or anything like that. You don't really care about it. You're just using that.
It's just the you don't care argument again. It's the you don't care argument again. In my hypothetical, I'm right. Haha, right? Yeah. Exactly. Hello, Mississippi Gonzo. Hello.
Different methods, but I think the other thing here that's really important is you want to be accepted by society, right, as a woman?
Yeah, you should do that. It's the right thing to do.
I'm not asking you whether it's right or wrong. I'm just asking, is that what you want?
Like, would you like if you were with me,
engage?
if you were with me at like a restaurant, like would you call me a guy, like looking like this?
So she was like, engage with what I said.
If I knew you were a guy, yes, I would.
But wouldn't that make it awkward for everybody there? Because now you're creating a situation of cognitive dissonance for no reason.
Celestium, use the I don't care part. Leaflet kept saying, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Why do you care? Celestium, you too can also say, I don't care. You too can also say, I don't care. Wouldn't that make it awkward? I don't care. Easy response.
Just for your own
woman,
I need you to engage with
implying
my point.
woman.
I just want you to answer my question. I understand. Okay, so we already established that you feel the way that you feel, and that's fine, right?
Yeah.
I'm not denying that you feel this way. And now I kind of I want you to like, from your inner mind, right?
Your inner
I want you
mind.
to see the forest instead of just the trees. So we're gonna zoom out a little bit here. So you want to be accepted in society as a woman, correct? Okay. Why do you believe it's okay for you to change the rules and insert what a woman is instead of accepting what, biological, or if you're going to call them cis women, I'm going to just say biological women for the sake of the conversation. Why would you, what gives you the right to self-insert yourself and now determine what society should call as a woman? Why do you believe that it's okay for you to insert yourself into spaces that originally were not made for you being a biological man?
Prediction, she's going to say, because I feel like a woman, because that's what my health says. It's my health care. I don't care about your ideas. You don't care about me. You don't care about my health. You gonna say that, you think? Holy shit, base trans supporting rightoid? What?
Well, because it would be really awkward on society, like looking like this, and then like what do you expect me to go into the men's room, like looking like this? Like that's ridiculous.
Her argument said it would be awkward? Come on, that's a trash argument. What's more awkward? What's more awkward? Saying, hey, go to the right bathroom, or letting a bunch of fucking trans people walk around and cause this kind of havoc, Don't pedantic.
I don't have any like criminal history. Like you're basically trying to paint like this like possibility
of
crime when I didn't do anything wrong. I just want to pee.
If you just want to pee, like that's the other thing. Is like, no, this is a bullshit argument. Because if you just want to pee, you would say, Fuck politics. I'm gonna go to the men's room because that's where I'm allowed. I just need to pee. I don't care about politics. I need to pee. Your number one, if you just need to pee, your priority would be peeing, not what bathroom would make your politics feel right. Fuck off. That's a bullshit argument.
Okay, so you're more concerned about yourself.
If the options were piss yourself, which, okay, excluding these weirdos who have a fetish for this shit, if you really had to pee, you run into a store and you're a trans person, and your options are piss yourself, like soil yourself, or go into a bathroom that doesn't fit your gender identity, which would you choose? If I really had to piss and I stop at a fucking gas station, me being a man, and then I'm like, all right, well, I really got pissed, and they're like, well, the men's room is blocked or broken, or you can't use that one. You can use the women's restroom though. And I'm just gonna care about having to fucking pee. I'm just gonna go. I don't care if it doesn't match my fucking gender identity. I'm gonna go in wherever one will allow me to fucking pee. Neko would piss herself. False. And cease, you mispronouncing awful person. You misgendered me. How dare you?
And how you feel and how you want to be perceived, correct?
No, I just want to pee. Like, what the hell? Like, I just want to go to the bathroom.
No. But this has to do with a greater thing, because now it's not just going into the bathroom, right? Now it's the sports.
How does no one? I've honestly never seen a person make the argument. Every time they say, I just want to pee. Great, then go on the one that will let you pee the fastest. You just want to pee? That's the only thing you care about? Then go on the one that you can pee in right fucking now then. You fucking weirdo.
It's the locker rooms, right? Correct? It's
Why has no one made that argument?
Spaces that you want to be accepted into, correct?
Well, I mean, okay, what we could do in those cases is, because like I will agree with you that there is a difference, like in terms of strength, in terms of the biological argument. But what we can do is there can be a period of time, right? Because like I'm not very strong, right? So there's like a period of time, like after which, like I take hormones, I'm going to be.
It's a wedge to open up to more things. Yeah, 100%.
The same, basically. As like a
sports. Stick with
like
sports. Sports is a good topic for this. Yeah.
Your testosterone levels are always going to be, even if it's maybe like 10 or 15%.
Because that would lead to biological. Biological is a strong point.
Testosterone levels are like lower than lower.
And Celestian has been failing at sticking with biological. True.
Sorry, I didn't know the terminology.
That sounds pretty dangerous. Well, okay. So the point. So going back to it is that you were born that way, so you're trying to redefine and trying to insert yourself into space that has already been established for a certain group of people.
Yeah,
and
I believe she'll throw.
You're coming in like an invader, and you're saying you need to follow my rules now.
What do you mean invader? Like I just want to play sports. What do you mean invader?
I just want to play sports.
The thing is that you don't belong there. No matter like how much you may use these chemicals, right, to alter your body, right?
Oh, you just want to play sports and play the sports that fit your fucking gender then. Your biological gender.
You are still
lovely arguments.
Even if you strip yourself away of your stripes. Like,
I mean, they should be easy to strip. Like,
strip away your stripes, you're still.
I don't know how Celestian is throwing this. Like, these should be easy arguments to fight back on.
You're trying to redefine the rules, and you're trying to insert yourself into space that was not originally meant for you. And sure, on the outside.
Why are there no transformer men's sports, right?
On the inside, we don't match.
Well, what if we just
if we look at our internal structure, we don't match.
What if we
gotcha. Now I want more. Yeah, 100%. Every time.
So your issue is that there's an unfair advantage. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's an unfair advantage, and you also don't. But this space was not crafted for you. You do not. You are coming into something that wasn't originally meant for you.
Like, who cares? What does that matter?
So you want to be accepted by, going back to my initial question, you want to be accepted by society, correct? As you are.
Well, it would be the right thing to do. That's like I said. Like if you are being mean to me for
the right thing to do, the right thing.
Why is it
right? Why
the right thing to do from what morality?
Like why would you cause societal dissonance by calling me a man when I obviously don't look like one?
Well,
trans people are creating societal dissonance.
You're saying that you're a woman when in reality you're not.
Okay, she said that.
Like look at me. Like look how cute I am.
It doesn't matter how.
Shut the fuck up.
By the way.
Shut the fuck up, Leaflet.
Because you're not that thing. You're coming in here and you're trying to.
You are not your
VTuber.
Have
already been written. So again,
who cares? Who cares about the rules? Like we have rules. We've had rules.
Who cares? Who cares? Great argument. The one arguing in favor. I care. That's who. That's the whole point.
Rights and safety.
Who cares? I do.
Safety. Wait, what do you mean by safety? Can you elaborate on that?
Look how cute I am, though. Real arguments.
Are you just on hormones?
I had surgery.
Okay, so you're less dangerous. However,
you're less dangerous.
I would have to truly see your labs to really see if you have. Either way,
I'll show you the labs. I'll hand them to you right now, and you'll see that my hormone levels are equal to that of a cis woman. It says right there on my labs. Here, I'll link it to you. There, I sent it to you.
Okay.
No one's gonna have that. No one's gonna have that. Unrealistic. No one's gonna have that.
So
I'll send you my needs.
I'm gonna say that even. You're what? Wait, what did you say? You're what?
Nothing.
What?
Huh. So nudes as in like NOOD.
And nudes,
Noodles? You're gonna
I
send me
see.
a couple of noodles.
She sent nudes too.
I mean, that's kind of base though. Like, can you get me those Maruchan noodles?
Yeah,
Those
I'll
actually
get
pretty
some.
like
I'll get
good.
some.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's top ramen. Let's do it. So
Trans nudes.
it's still unsafe because now you're basically saying to the world, right? And it's not just about like you can come, grab me and pin me in a chokehold, right? And potentially
What?
kill me because you probably have more strength than me either way.
Well, yeah, I mean, okay, you know what? I'm not that crazy, so like, I'll agree that if you just transition, that you're gonna be stronger than a cis woman. Like, I agree, right? But you see,
Yeah.
I've been through this for a long time, and my strength is like the same.
So-
and like, if you wonder about
No.
that, if you think that that's unfair,
No.
then how about we do like tests and like there are like strength benchmarks, and then if it is within the aligned benchmark, then you should just allow me, right? Because it's like the same. Like, I get it. Like, I get you saying that if the strength is too
not-
high, that would be really, really unfair and really, really dangerous. But what if we weigh
Men
it,
have
we
an
benchmark
inherent
it, and
balance
then
or
we test my
inherent
strength, and that the same with,
superiority
like,
in certain
the-
sports due to
like,
just
typical
biological
cis women athlete.
makeup, like frame,
And
the
if I
frame
can
of our
fit in
skeletons.
those ranges, then I should be allowed.
You
to
cannot get rid of the skeleton.
No, I still don't think you should participate.
She's
because
even more
it's
base.
for,
You didn't know she was
people
trans?
in
Oh my
different areas
God.
So it's
to
not about that then.
invade
Like,
spaces that they shouldn't.
yeah, but
See,
and
that's
it was
that's
about-
what I don't get is that Leaflet said, I'm going to go into this. I'm going to make an argument that I have my own arguments for. I have my own logical arguments for, but I'm not going to use my logic. What the fuck do you mean? You should not have any logical arguments to support any part of this pro-trans argument. What the fuck do you mean, Leaflet? Excuse me? What? What do you mean you have your own arguments that are, would also support this, but you're not going to use your logic? What is that? Why even say that? Is she virtue signaling to her trans friends or something? What's up with that?
It's
Part of
trans.
it, but
You said
you're-
it's about it, but you're changing it now.
So safety.
Changing the
Okay,
goalpost.
so safety isn't just like about physical, right? It's also about like the
You
mental
religious
thing. Like,
people
I know
always
that-
change the goalpost all the time.
Well, I'm not
You
bringing it up,
religious
so I have no
people.
idea why you're doing that. You also move the goalposts too. You keep making it about your feelings. You keep changing. If I feel this way,
But they're all important.
You're injecting your feelings. Sure, it's important, but you want to be accepted by society, but you can't even respect society.
Damn.
Because
What do you mean? I
you
respect
have to think-
society.
You put
You're the
yourself
one.
first before the needs of other
Being a
people.
32-year-old
So how can
male,
you
I
possibly
imagine I
ever
can
be accepted
outrun
if you
most
won't even
women my
consider
age?
care
True.
about how other people,
Most
not
likely.
only are they going to feel, but it's
Unless she
not
does
just
track,
okay,
right.
Well, this person wasn't even born this
Which
way, so
track, I
is
think-
allowed to now take over the space.
I feel like track is one of those more even sports. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the actual statistics, but track feels like one of those more even sports because you got to lift your own fucking weight, right? I would think that would be one of those that's like, obviously, I think men probably still exceed in that category, but it's one of the ones that isn't as there isn't as large of a gap. I would assume. Maybe I'm completely wrong on that. I don't know.
that was meant for me because I was born this way and I have different needs and I'm set up a different way. Here's the thing, right? You're using synthetic chemicals. So right now, and this is gonna hurt. But it's unfortunate
Longer
too,
legs,
but you're
wider
an
shoulders,
imitation
thinner hips
of what a
help,
woman
you think?
is.
Maybe.
So you're trying to imitate, and when you're an imitation, right, you're never going to actually be the real
Feelings
thing.
are important,
But then
person
with
who
that,
said-
when you
who
try to
keeps
invade
saying
the
who
space that's
cares.
meant for you,
True.
you're saying to the real people,
True.
to the people who are not
Very
imitating that,
hypocritical
you
trans
guys
person.
are worth less than me. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna set the rules because I'm better than I actually do what you do, but way better. Even though I'm actually not this, and that's unfair to the people.
We
that
should
are
just
there.
make separate
So,
trans
if you wanna
leagues,
create your
and if there's
own
not
category,
enough,
by
they
all
just
means
don't
do
get to
it,
play.
But you should not force yourself into space that you don't.
Separate
belong in.
trans
That's what I'm
leagues.
trying to get at.
Wait, what do you mean? I already said that. That
Doesn't matter.
It
You're
would
an
be
imitation.
Separate
mean-
but equal.
It's not the real thing. You can put
But why does it matter?
makeup on a.
Why does it matter? Like,
What's
why-
happening?
why-
It's just
why-
a debate. A
why are
debate.
you- you are not
distilling
playing by the rules.
Leaflet's
everything that
pretending
women-
to be
why
on
are
the
you selling all of that
pro-trans
to
side.
generals? Like, that's ridiculous.
And she's debating
Why are you
Celestian
divorcing
for the
it then? Because
purposes
that's
of
part it.
practice.
You can't have half of a thing and expect it to be the thing. That's not how it works. Reality
Well,
doesn't adhere to your
to me,
feelings.
what a woman is more than that. And like,
Okay.
I think that you're being
telling
really
you-
reductive.
And who are you?
I have a question. Do you believe you're misogynist? Or do you believe you're being misogynistic right now?
No,
Okay.
Why?
I think you're being transphobic
okay.
because it's like
No,
I'm
why-
not
why are you
doing
being-
anything.
why are you
I'm
being
not-
I don't
like,
care. Just throw it back.
just
I don't
trying to come after
care.
me for no reason. I've already
I'm not coming after you.
I've already alleviated like the concerns that you had about strength and that we can test them and like make sure that people are within those strength ranges before they enter competition.
All you have to do is shoot yourself up with chemicals on the test, and then
Shoot
you'll
yourself
have
up.
to
Wait,
take
what?
it.
What do you mean shoot yourself up? With what?
You gotta get injected with HRT, right?
Yeah. Wait, but what do you mean?
So you have to constantly have treatment, right? You can't just say like, okay, I have one bottle of HRT and that's it. I don't need it ever again. That's
Well,
it.
it's the same.
magic.
Like my bodily chemicals are the same. Like they would be the same as yours.
That would just be someone
Like, even in this
juicing
case, right?
after
So
they
the only,
take
like, the
their
only way to make- if you
measurements,
just
right?
transition-
You need to constantly go under treatment, right? You constantly need to inject yourself with the chemical, right? For
Yeah,
the,
like,
your
there's a
levels
lot
to be
of
low.
people that are like that have medicine that they have to take every day. It doesn't make them any less human.
That's not the point.
What's the
You're
point then?
okay. It's like somebody who takes a stimulant. Like let's say you're a
Streaming
psychiatrist, right?
practice debates like
And
it's
you're pretty okay,
2016. Yeah.
but you take stimulants.
True.
So that you
It's
can be
like
better.
Debate
You have to-
Club.
You have to take it in order to be really good. Does that does that or does that not give you a unfair advantage over others?
Estrogen doesn't do that though. It doesn't make you better.
No. But you're
Meaning of testosterone,
okay,
that's different.
so you're trying to adjust your numbers that normally aren't there, right? You're I guess in this case not inflation, but rather an adjustment downwards. I don't want to say deflation, but for lack of a better term right now, you are still the point is that both of those things.
Disappointed that
have to
Leaflet
change
never
something
said
within
our
you
healthcare
in order
or
for you to fit certain
engaged.
criteria
True.
to either do really well
That
or
is
stay within
disappointing.
the normal means in your case in order to participate. So it's false. You're lying.
Well, I mean, there's
You're a
some
liar.
people. There's some people that have to take
You're a
medicine.
Like-
liar.
There's some people that have to take medicine every day, and
Okay,
I
they
don't know.
running a
can't.
marathon on a
I
Saturday
feel like
morning.
No,
Leaflet,
not. There could be
as
people that
realistic
have
as it is, I feel like
medicine
Leaflet did
medicine.
too
They're
much
following
of
up
the
every time
I don't
it's
care, I
taken.
don't care, I don't care, who
Your
cares?
claim, your claim is that taking medicine
Which
somehow makes
isn't
it
really
inherently
great
different
for
from human.
preparing for an
I find it
argument.
ridiculous.
No, now you're strawmanning me.
Yo, welcome.
You're telling me that it's
Welcome.
different when I'm telling you it's like the same. If you were to look at like our blood levels, they would be exactly the same. The only difference is that I have to take medicine.
You're lying.
How am I
You're
lying?
You're a liar.
How am I lying?
Because
Liar.
you have to artificially do it. It's not natural.
Yeah, but who cares whether or not? Why does
Who
whether or not
cares?
it's
Who
natural
cares
matter?
argument.
Okay, so you're fine with athletes taking
I
steroids
care.
to
No,
perform
because
better.
I'm the one you're arguing
Steroids
against.
improve performance.
Hello.
Okay.
No.
Who cares?
The
I
logic
care.
Is that you're artificially adjusting your numbers, whether that be up or down, to be able to participate in something that
The
you
next answer would be
naturally
why you
cannot
care, though.
participate in and wouldn't do well otherwise, right? So the point is that you have to introduce this outside substance in order to get the result that you want. That isn't natural.
Wait, but-
that's what it simmers down to. No. You're not
Female,
understanding, right?
okay, female hormones do not actually increase your capabilities in athletics. Like everybody knows
You're not-
that. That's why
okay.
people use steroids, which is like male hormones, right? That's why people use that.
What is Celestial going to bring up the fact that the people taking estrogen are not entering male supports or supports? They're entering fucking female sports, which means they already have a biological inherent like advantage, and taking the estrogen does not reduce that advantage to any measure. Well, it probably reduces it to a small degree, but not anywhere near enough to make it a fair, competition. Like it's very easy to say. Like she keeps bringing up estrogen doesn't provide benefits. It's like, okay, but you're assuming that you're going to be entering a male sport, but you're not. You're going to be entering the females competition. It would have made so much more sense if Leaf used a male V2 model for this one. True.
Practice them up.
It doesn't matter.
True.
I'm breaking it down in its most
But the
simplest
trans
form
people
and
all
most
use
simplest way that I
female
can.
avatars.
You're
So.
taking a substance, right?
So anybody that takes
Because you
substances,
can't-
anyone that takes any substance shouldn't be allowed to do sports. Like if you take
But who cares
Advil
though,
or anything like
right?
that, you shouldn't be able to. Because it makes you different, right?
That's to heal an external something like Advil, right? Is to reduce pain, fever, and things like that. So it's an external
So it's the
force
effect, right?
that's damaging your body, right? So you're trying to
No
heal
mention
yourself.
of like
That's healing, that's something
psychological,
different.
mental
Well,
health
healing,
not
too.
being a well,
It's replacing
No,
the hormones
no,
that it
it's
should.
just-
like
I'm
this
not-
not being a very
it's
well
not
studied
healing.
area of
I mean, who
mental
says that? Who
health.
says that? It's
You're
replacing the
lying.
hormones that I need in order to be my true
Leaf
self.
does sound like a woman,
You don't need them.
vaguely.
Only according to you, I don't need
Yourself
them.
is what you were born as. and
Doctors
you're
say I need
trying-
it.
No, you're trying. No, the doctors
It's
don't say that you need it.
anti-science. You're being anti-science right now
I'm not
because
being anti-science.
for the
You're
last
being
for the
anti-truth.
last there's been decades in which if you look into the manuals on gender care, it's been a scientific thing for
If Celestian was paying any attention to Leaflet's previous debate, Celestian could just bring up the fact that, hey, remember that case study or the cast study or whatever the fuck you said in that previous debate about children, not being any better off or any happier after transitioning as children. In fact, having worse outcomes. Just bring that up. Just bring that up. Leaflet knows exactly what you're talking about.
forever, and so it helps me become my
Did Celeste
ideal
speak
self,
against
but
the
I don't
sacred
want to-
science?
So I'm
Uh-oh.
not sad. I'm not sad. It helps me to be my true self. And so who are you to
But
say
you're
that that's
true-
something
Uh-oh.
different?
No, because you're overstepping and saying that you're this. And again, like I mentioned earlier, you're trying to come into a space that originally is not meant for you.
But why?
If you were already that way. Why? Because that's the rule set for a really long time.
Seems
You're either
arbitrary.
born a man or you're born.
It's
If
not-
it was
it
arbitrary,
seems
then we wouldn't be having
arbitrary?
this
Well, it's
conversation,
not.
don't you think?
Like this is just basically what you want. Like you're just making a claim here. There is
No,
no
you're the
physical
one imposing
advantage.
yourself on me.
It also, Celestial, bring up the fucking fact that that's entirely what trans is. Seems kind of arbitrary. Seems like you're just making a random claim with no physical imposing yourself, or like has no basis in reality. You're just making an arbitrary claim. Gee, it almost sounds like the mental health issue you're having. It almost sounds like what trans is. Is she gonna say that? No.
And you're imposing yourself on the rest of society.
There's no
That's how it
physical
is.
advantage. Like you're using the case of, and you know what? I will at least surrender some ground, and I will say that if I had just transitioned yesterday, then I would have a significant physical advantage. But me right now, I've been transitioned for a really, really, really long time. So if you check my
Not
stress levels
enough.
and you check my hormone levels, they're the same as a cis woman.
You can say that's bullshit.
So what is the difference?
That's
here that
complete
you're trying to make?
bullshit.
You're trying to shut me out.
That's
for
not
no reason.
reality.
No, I'm not shutting you off for no reason. You're trying to come into
No.
my space for no reason.
It just seems transphobic to me.
I
I
don't
think it's
care.
misogynistic, so
Transphobic is a
we're
fucking
an impasse.
buzzword.
And
Like,
here's the
there's
thing,
no.
right?
She just
there's
comes
no
back with
reason.
with her own
If we can-
buzzword.
If we can prove that my strength levels are within the same
It's not
median
just-
strength
it's not-
levels, that same
See, but
median
you're narrowing it
strength
down to one
levels.
thing. You're narrowing it down to just strength. It's not just that.
What else is it then?
You wouldn't. It's the matter of lying, correct?
Lying about what?
You wouldn't. You don't. Okay. You wouldn't want. Okay. Let's say that same person, right, in that sport, they're using the steroids and they win, right?
They're using steroids
They
and they win.
Okay, but you're okay. You're still using a substance. I'm breaking it down in its simplest form. It's a substance, regardless of the effect that it has. It's still a substance. You have to use something external to fit within the category, whether it's to just fit in the category or win based on performance. Just look at it as a substance, right? You say that you need to use it in order to participate, right? Okay. If you end up winning,
My lab rat has the same plus L plus who cares, right? That's a good one. To be honest, trans people scare presumably me sometimes. Does that make me transphobic? Yes.
Okay.
did
I
you
have
really
a-
win on your
And
own
that's good-
merit,
that's a
or
good
did you
thing.
win
I have a
because you
different-
introduced a substance.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like say I don't take it. Say like it's been some time and I just decided not to take like say like women on menopause, right? They have less hormones as well. It's like what if I just was in that state? Right? Like I had surgery,
What
I had
if?
surgery and my levels of testosterone are no longer that high. It would be like equivalent
It
to, like,
doesn't
a woman on
change your
menopause, and,
base
like, why would you
fucking
not allow that? You think we
physiology
should ban
or
women
whatever
on
the
menopause?
fuck.
Because they have different chemical levels?
Physiognomy. No, that's a different
Those are-
thing.
those are
That's a different
actual-
thing
It's
entirely.
natural,
Doesn't
like, I'm not taking-
change
I'm not
your
taking
your
hormones
structure,
right
your
now.
But it's not
body.
natural for you. Like it's unnatural for you. You
Well,
don't normally produce a certain level
if
of
I have
estrogen
surgery,
and things like that.
if I have surgery, my body is no longer producing testosterone to those levels. So if that's the case, and then I just don't take medicine, does that alleviate your problem?
It's also like nine. I don't know. I'm just making up a number, but like 90% of your fucking development is happened during puberty, right? If we're talking, I assume we're talking about adults here. They didn't mention an age, but I'm assuming we're talking about adults who transition and then try and enter a sport, right? Most of your fucking biological development has already happened. Your fucking male skeleton has already developed all through puberty, and now you're trying to become a female? You can't undo that development. That doesn't work. It doesn't matter if your hormones change. It doesn't matter if your hormones now match that of a woman. Your body structure has not changed significantly. My skeletal grandfather's corpse also has a little testosterone. Got him. Real. Is he trans though?
Can you repeat that one more time?
Yeah. So basically, if I have surgery, my testosterone levels are now no longer high, right? Because that's what happens when you have surgery, right? So what if I just don't take HRT? Then are you okay with it then? Because I'm not taking an external substance.
Wait, what?
Well, you're just making it seem like it's a substance. A substance is just a vehicle by which you do something. It still doesn't take away the
So
fact
you're moving
that
the
you're still
goalpost.
inserting. You're still inserting yourself into space that you don't belong to. So okay.
So it's not the
that's a
medicine
big
then.
part of
It's not the
it, and
medicine. It's not the
well,
medicine.
It is in part the medicine, but you're missing my point, right? You have to lie in order to insert yourself into a space that was never meant for you from the start.
So your
Because
entire
you
argument is that you
already-
just want to exclude me just because of that? Like it has nothing to do with strength or performance or anything like that. You just want to.
Well-
You specifically want to exclude
No.
me.
You're turning it around. Your entire argument, you just want people to include you just like that for no reason. You just want people to include you for literally no fucking reason. Just like that. It's not the other way around. It's not people want to exclude you for no reason. It's that here's a space that has very defined category. You just want people to include you for no reason, just like that.
Just because of how I was born. You don't think I should have a right to like play in sports and achieve my dreams because of that?
You have a right to achieve your dreams.
Yeah,
and
you have a right to play in
step on other people's
sports
dreams.
Well, and
in
then
your
homeless everyone
category,
anyone's
just
dream.
like everyone else.
I'm like literally on the same level.
Okay, so it's not just okay. So the problem is that you want to look at everything kind of in a vacuum, and you don't understand that this is not in a vacuum, right? There are many moving parts to this equation. And sorry if it seems like it's moving the goalpost. Perhaps I'm not articulating myself too well. But the point that I'm trying to get at, right? There's a whole. This is like a cake, right? There's a bunch of different ingredients that go
Cake.
into this.
Cake mentioned.
to make the cake. So you have to do the medicine. In your case, it's the HRT. You've done surgeries, whatever, right? In order to make this perception that you are something that you're not. So
She's
ultimately,
like, you're fat. Let me
these vehicles
help
kind
you
of break
understand
down and
what's
say, well,
cake.
You're lying. You're not being true
I don't know.
to who you really are. You have to shave down parts of yourself to say that you're this thing that you're really not. And so that's where I take problem, because you have to use these methods in order to mimic a fraction of like an actual woman's power, right? Which is her whole self, right? It's not only the societal roles that she takes on, but also the physical aspect
feel
of
like,
herself. Now we can get into like biology.
The issue here is like Celestium absolutely did not think about prior to this. Why are you opposed to trans people? Like, just how about this? Come up with a list or create some bullet points, some central, like a central thesis. Why are you opposed to trans? Because like she's floundering and she's just taking what she's trying to do anti whatever Leaflet's saying. She doesn't really seem to have her own like I guess spine to her argument. She doesn't really have like a fallback spine that like she can stick to.
Biology and things like that. But let's say speaking from a woman, like normally, right, a fully functioning woman, she can give birth. Her estrogen levels are different from a man's. Her bone density and structure are different from a man. Like we have the same bones, but our density and things like that are different. You know, we usually tend to have wider hips for giving birth. So essentially, you're none of those things. You were none of those things at birth, but you have to do all of these things in order to imitate that. But you can never fully do that. Not only because right now the lack of technology, but I doubt that the technology is ever going to get there without seriously posing risk to someone's life, because you don't have the internal plumbing, the default plumbing that would allow for that. Now, you wanted to bring up women who are, what was it, post like a menopause, correct?
So are they not women anymore because they don't have the same like hormone levels?
But it's the normal progression of life, right?
A lot of what she leans on is God, and I feel like in this debate she didn't want to go there. Yeah, it does seem that way.
Like in the category of
like she specifically seemed to not want to touch religion, but that does seem to be the basis of her argument.
You've never given birth. You've never had to.
A lot of women don't give birth though. Like so are women less women if they don't give birth?
No, they're not less women. They're able.
Then why bring it up?
To do it.
Then why bring it up?
Why bring it up?
Yeah.
Because menopause is affected by those things very greatly.
So you're saying that women that can't give birth, they can't play women's sports because they don't fulfill it. Well, I mean, isn't that what you're saying though? Isn't that what you're saying?
I said that. Well, if I go back to what I was saying, there's multiple parts to the whole, and you're trying to divorce parts that are very crucial to this conversation in order to fit yourself in there. You can't just look at this in a vacuum. See, that's the problem, right? You're looking at everything in a vacuum, and you're like I mentioned earlier, you're just looking at the trees instead of like the whole forest.
It just seems like really arbitrary because if it's like the same,
it's not arbitrary. If it was arbitrary, we wouldn't be having this conversation, and you would have been trying hard to become a woman.
Well, like it doesn't matter because again,
mention that trans people are arbitrary. Mention that the trans thing is arbitrary. Like you just want to because you feel this way.
But what about women?
That's arbitrary as fuck. That's as arbitrary as you can get. I want to do this because my brain tells me I want to do this.
So
like that's arbitrary.
I'm saying that women who can't do these things are less women, which I didn't say.
Has no basis in reality.
Like I'm basically a woman that can't give birth, or and I need medicine.
Never had the internal plumbing to begin with. Even the women, like let's say a woman is sterile, for example, right, and she can't give birth. She's still a woman because she still has those parts. Yes, they're not working properly.
So that's all a woman is those parts?
No, you're not those parts, but you can't divorce. See, the problem is that you're trying to divorce the societal and biological aspect of what it's like to be a woman, and so you're minimizing the female experience because you want to say it's just a social thing. But there are a lot of things that women go on that happen on a biological level that we can't ignore because that makes them who they are, right?
So can you tell me what are the requirements? Like, what are the let's like distill down. What are the requirements to join women's sports? Like, what are the specific
being
criteria
a woman? Bam.
Okay, so on a biological level, so I'm gonna start with the biological level. A woman is an adult female with 2 X chromosomes. Now, generally, right, we're not talking about mutations, we're not talking about intersex, we're talking about when you shave it down to this anatomical thing, women always have like 2 X chromosomes normally, right? If all else, like if we're gonna describe the perfect woman, she's able to
perfect woman,
right? She has a uterus, ovaries.
Describe the typical woman.
Size, that doesn't matter.
That's an awful argumentation. If we're to describe the perfect woman, no. If we're to describe the average woman, this is not the perfect woman, the average woman, bro.
They're developed, right? A man, unless he has some sort of condition that has, pecs, start to grow.
So like boobs, flat-chested women are less women.
I didn't say. No. You're steel manning me because I just said it doesn't matter the size, whether you're an A cup or you've got the big hunkers. It doesn't matter, right?
You're steel manning me.
It really doesn't matter. You're still a woman, right? Our bone density is different. Men have thicker bones. Our hips are usually wider so that we can give birth to children. We go through monthly cycles to not only clean our bodies but prepare ourselves for birth, right? And we have a limited amount of eggs in our bodies.
Not all women do those things though, right? So do you need to have all of those things, or like how many of those things do you need?
In an ideal situation, yes, you will have these things. Now, because we live in a world, right, where disease is rampant, everything's always breaking. These things may or may not be there, or they may be damaged to the point where you're sterile. But the fact that you still have like that internal plumbing, right? That's your genetic makeup, and that's the basis for, at least on the biological level, what makes you a woman. It's really important to have.
Okay, I have a question for you. Like,
she has a question. Hold on, I think I missed the chat. Let me see here. Did I miss a chat? I think I missed one. What's happening? Well, no, I read that one. You're back from feeding your cats. What do you miss? I mean, the same arguments. It's all just kind of blending together. I don't know what to say about that. Neko, remember that I'm worried about you and your blood pressure, buddy. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate the worry. You don't need to worry. I feel like you should worry more. You need to worry about your own health, I think. But I do appreciate the fact that you do worry about mine. I think I've got mine mostly under control. But you know, I do worry about you and your migraines, your head hurting and all that. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
I would say the main thing, it has to do with our reproduction system. Like if you have the plumbing there, obviously, you know, women suffer of like PCOS, there's cervical cancer, things like that can make you sterile and potentially force you to have to take those things out, which still doesn't make you less of a woman because you were already born with those things. It's just that later on in life, for whatever reason, you know, it had to be taken out for, you know, to save your life or because truly it's just not functioning anymore, or you choose to do so. It doesn't make you less of a woman, but because you already initially started, you know, in that way. Like it was already set up.
So I have a question for you then. So let's say the hypothetical future, like we have like, you know, we have future technology, right? And I could get a procedure that actually makes, like, say there's a surgery that like could give me a womb and like female parts and like everything, and you know all of the hormones are just right. Then would you be okay with me joining women's sports? In this case,
your hypothetical is unlikely to happen.
Well, I mean, like it's a good experiment. Like what?
God damn it, cat! Get off the desk. Sorry, I had to yell at the cat. Knock on wood that you don't have a headache tonight. Yeah, I hope you don't. Knock on wood. All right, knocked. Hopefully you don't.
What would you do in that case? That's what the hypothetical is for.
Okay, so in that case,
but I mean, in that case, that's the thing. Is like, if we could somehow perfectly, let's say we had fucking cybernetic. Let's say this is fucking Ghost in the Shell. And we had cybernetic bodies, and you can just take a brain, put it in a female body. Fine. Okay, if that's the case, fine. You can enter a women's sports. If you can put yourself into a woman's body, if you can literally do that, fine. Okay, whatever. Okay, in that case, if it's literally 100% anatomically like perfect, yeah, okay, then I'd agree. But not until not anything until then, you know? Hell no.
That's a good question. I would put you in your own separate category.
Still, why? I fulfilled all of I fulfilled every problem that you had. So like all of those things that you said you had a problem with.
But it's also like there is a fundamental difference between the brain chemistry of a man versus a woman. Like someone who has two X chromosomes versus someone who has an XY, there's a significant difference in the way the brain functions. So I guess it might still be deserving of a separate category. Even if you are able to switch entirely, like your entire body, the thinking, the way that men think versus the way that women think there are still fundamental differences.
We solved that. So what is your problem then?
Because I still consider it to be lying.
So your problem is not. So you actually don't have a problem with all of those other things. You're just using them as a shield.
No, I do have a problem with all of those things because they're all connected.
Well, again, like if we remove those, it doesn't matter to you.
Why should I accept you in my space when you couldn't accept yourself? Why would I do that?
I mean, you're changing the topic completely. Like, all I'm saying is that in the future, like if we have the technology to actually fix all of those issues, and like we can have the hormone levels, the body, and the bone structure, and all of those things in the future, you would still have a problem. You would still have a problem with me joining women's sports. So that means that you actually care about something else that you like that you do not want to say, which is, in my opinion, probably transphobia.
I don't have transphobia. I'm not scared of you. I don't have an irrational fear or dislike of you. I just think that ultimately this is very misogynistic because you're trying to insert yourself into space that was never meant for you. You already got dealt a hand of cards at the start of your life. I think that, and if we're gonna transition right further along, sorry.
Oh my God.
Further along into this conversation, I think that what you're trying to do here is that you're trying to define the experience of a woman.
Two women arguing about transgenders and sports.
And set the rules yourself.
Can't
and try to make this hypothetical situation where if you can change yourself later, and let's say it is possible, you're still lying, and I think that creates a different set of problems.
We have tech to make ugly people look pretty. It still matters. True.
And I think that's really
true.
Well, like who cares? Like, I should be able to
real versus fake still matters. Natural versus unnatural still matters.
Literally no reason. Literally no reason. Like even in the case where we have technology. See, and this is like really telling because even in the future, when we have technology to fix all of these issues, you still want to stop me. So how am I supposed to believe anything other than the fact that you just don't like trans people?
It is a mock debate.
Let me correct you on something. You can do it, right?
Leaflet in the upper left there is pretending to be pro-trans.
You're free. Okay. You have free will. You're an adult, right? You're free to do whatever you want. But I don't need to.
Hold on. Can I hold you to that real quick? So you are okay with me getting whatever surgery I want then?
pretty obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never said you couldn't do it.
You can't argue against transgenders. You can argue without theology, I
Just like
think,
how I can go murder,
but
like, 5 people
theology
and
helps.
go off 5 people right now. I'm free to do whatever I want. That doesn't mean I
The
should
theological
do it.
argument certainly is a lot easier.
And it's not just for yourself. It reverberates
Without
through society as well.
theology, it
Because now
does
what you're
become
saying
tougher.
is,
Yes.
Yeah, if you guys are not happy with yourselves, yeah, just go do a 180 and go do all
Wait,
of these surgeries.
theology,
on
not
taxpayers'
theology.
dime.
No, I mean, I don't even want it on the text.
Teleology. What is teleology?
Sure. If that's the case, then that alleviates your problems, right? So I should.
Hold up. What the fuck is teleology? I gotta look this up. Hold up. Teleology? That sounds like a fake word. Teleology. Teleology is the philosophical study of purpose, ends, and goals, explaining natural phenomenon or human actions by their intended results rather than just their causes. I mean, that sounds vague enough. Yeah, I would agree. Because it's like, okay, women's sports, what is it intended to do? What is it designed to do? What is it intended to do? And so, like, okay, well, putting trans people in that does not fit what it's intended to do, right? That's a better argument than, well, the other stuff, whatever. Obviously, that is a consequence of decision or law. Rule is always important. True. I don't understand when there's like trans priests. Like, how do you preach God's word and disagree with what He made? Yeah, that's obviously some bullshit. Agreed. Postmodernists ask no sane questions, or rather, postmodernism. The fuck is postmodernism? I don't know. Yeah, you're right on that, Cairo. You think my cat wants attention from me? Yeah, it probably does. But it'll get attention after the stream, okay? I'll give it pets after the stream. Either way. Alright.
So I should still be able to do whatever I want.
It doesn't alleviate the problem, because here's the thing, right?
So you just keep moving the goalposts.
I'm not moving the goalposts, because I told you from the start.
It just keeps saying,
inserting
draw,
yourself
man.
into a space forcefully,
Kill the authority, moving the goalposts,
being
slippery
misogynistic, by the
slope.
way, while you're doing it, and trying to tell women who, from the start of their lives, right?
I don't think it matters though.
Well, then you don't care about anything. You
Like,
don't
why
care-
does it
you
matter?
only
I don't care.
about
I don't
yourself
care.
and
Why
about
does it matter?
society, because ultimately it has more consequences than just like, you destroying your junk or your body and chemically castrating yourself, right?
I think we
it
can
has
all
social
agree though, right?
implications, because I also told you we're not just focusing on the biological aspect, right? There's also a societal aspect to all of this. So,
Most people would mostly care about the fairness aspect. And you are telling me that even with the fairness aspect being resolved, you still would bar me from doing it. So that's what I mean, is how am I supposed to believe anything other than you want to take trans rights away?
How is that a trans right? How is it? Just go with how is that a right? You have the same rights as everyone fucking else. You have the exact same rights as everyone else. These trans rights sound like extra rights you want bestowed on yourself because you have a faulty brain. Just because you have a faulty brain does not mean you get extra rights. Simple as. The current era of the internet is a mirror where postmodernism occurs. True. Media too. It's all absurd and selfish. Yeah, very true. And it encourages selfishness. Absolutely.
well, here's where we come at an impasse, because you're infringing on my rights. And you're infringing.
You're infringing on my right to.
You're infringing on the definition of
lead a peaceful
who I am as a
life.
woman. You're trying to tell me what a woman is, and you're trying to be that thing that you never were from like the start, and saying, well, hey guys, I sort of fix things. But I'm not really quite this thing anyway, because like
absurdity is fun
like,
sometimes. True.
And I'm here
sometimes.
to tell you, I'm a woman. Accept me, or you're a transphobe.
Yo, I mean, why does it matter? Like even if we're in the future scenario, when we have the technology for that, why does it matter?
So like cyberpunk, basically.
Yeah,
Like,
why does it matter?
We're in the cyberpunk.
Why does it matter?
Because
if I
men's
was-
brains and women's brains are different.
Why? Why
So
does that
things that were
destroy the
already-
fabric? Doesn't that make it better that people can be who they want and they can fulfill the role that they were meant to be? That they were meant to.
That is a
fulfill?
good question,
So,
though.
for example, with me,
If we lived in fucking and they go in Cyberpunk, I'd go with Ghost in the Shell because I like Ghost in the Shell better. But if we lived in fucking Ghost in the Shell future or Cyberpunk future, whatever helps you, where you can literally just put a brain in a different body, an entirely different body. Is it gay? Is it gay if you were to have sex with it's like a smoking hot woman, but it has the brain of a man? Is it gay? It becomes the question, right? I hate how much I like the doe-eyed model. What, you mean leaflets? It is not. I mean, it's cute. It is cute. If there's a penis, it's gay. True. If there's a penis, it's gay. I would agree with that. But I'm saying, let's say you took a man put his brain in a smoking hot woman body, is anatomically correct in every way. It is a woman's body. But it has a man's brain, though. Is it gay? If we lived in starred field, oh my god, I'm such a weeb. Shut up, Karu. Ghost in Shell is postmodernist. Pulp Fiction is postmodernist. What? I don't even know what these labels mean anymore. It's just episode 1 of Gits, exactly. The brain swapping, yeah. It's exactly 2% gay, really? There was a Black Mirror episode like this? Huh. It's gay for the man's brain in the woman. True. Exactly. About to be deked down. Yeah. That the man in the woman's body is gay. But I'm talking about like you as like would you do it? Adding more posts doesn't make it arrive any faster. Damn. But it should though.
I'm super girly. So like if I want to be a girl and I want to fulfill that role in life, then who are you to stop me from doing that? And who am I to stop you?
Why can't you be a gay effeminate man? Why can't you be a gay effeminate man?
I just don't want to be.
You don't want
So you're trying to impose your ideas of what I should. You're trying to impose upon my free will and my bodily autonomy your own ideals for no reason other than to I said so because my religion.
Because I want to.
That's your entire argument.
Because I want to.
Religion, though.
Then what is it then?
Like if it sounds like you can boil down Leaflet's trans argument into being like, okay, why do you want to do this? Because I want to. Because I feel like doing this. I feel like a woman. I feel like doing this. I want to. Right? I feel like it. Why are you doing this? I feel like it. Okay, so Celestium, why are you opposed to this? Well, just give you can give an equal argument saying, because I feel like it. I want to. I feel like it. I feel this is wrong. You feel this is right. I feel this is wrong. Equally fucking justified, apparently. Is arriving. It's been here since the 90s. I'm gay, so I wouldn't have sex with a man's brain in a woman. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. If you got isekai'd into another world as a girl, would it be gay to get with a guy? Asking the real questions. I don't know. There's the caverns I haven't explored yet. Homosexuality has its manifestation in this era. Same how transgenderism does, and it has accelerated. I don't know what you mean, but Celestium needs to learn to play their games back at them. It's far more effective than anyone will admit. True, yeah. That's the thing. Celestium keeps allowing arguments from Leaflet that are just like, I don't care, who cares, I don't care, who cares, I feel like it, because I want to. Because I feel this way. And it's like, Celestium, like, attack that. Those are terrible arguments. Those are bad arguments. Attack that.
People who would say that you're being, dishonest. And sure, if you could change it biologically, which not biologically, if you could do a cyberpunk situation, right, hypothetical, and you could do it, well, you went from being one thing to another. So your origin story isn't that, so you're lying. Because sure, you can transform into that, but that never means that you were that, like, from the start. So you're an entirely different
Transformers are real.
Category. This is transhumanism at work. You're subverting language, you're subverting society in order to fit what it is that you want. Because there are gender roles, right, that were, based on the sex that you're born into, that you kind of like fall into. Now, yeah, there's some level of deviation because we're individuals and we're not robots. But it's destroying.
We're not robots yet.
What gives you the right to tell me? Like who cares about
society?
Cares. Who cares about who cares? So, why do you care? Why do you specifically? Like you?
Oh, why you care? Why you care?
Do you care when I should be able to just do whatever I want, as long as I'm not affecting other people? If I want to live the way I want to my authentic self, who are you to tell me?
Authentic self.
You can do. I never said you couldn't do it. But I don't want you crying and coming in and saying, I am this, but you're in reality, you're not that. Because
so let's test
here's what's going to happen, right?
Need to harden Celestium's skin and heart in just a bit. True.
You're destroying the fabric and foundation of what humanity has.
You absolutely have to be able to throw nonsense for nonsense and logic for logic. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to throw nonsense at you, you got to be able to return it.
If we can catch, like, you were once a healthy male, now you have sterilized yourself. Well, now that's less people, to reproduce and help keep the population, like the replacement.
Bigots will say Michael Jackson wasn't white. True.
Growing. We're at replacement rate levels that have never been this low in the history of humanity. So, of course, if you don't care about having kids, that's not, by contributing to that. Okay.
So hold on. So your core axiom, your core thing is that you think that there should be more people on this earth, and that's why you think it's a bad thing for me to,
this model
that removes my capability.
This model Leaflet's using looks a lot more expressive than our normal model.
Because there's less people, right? There's less people that exist. Is that why?
That's part of it. you're your ideology is going to lead to the extinction.
Homosexuality existed since ancient times. Transgenderism is an entirely modern concept.
Because
it's by design. It's by design.
I don't know if it's
being full of
entirely
black
modern, but
people
it's like
who have lied to you
nearly
your entire
entirely.
life.
Yes,
And
nearly
a whole
entirely.
generation saying, go do this because
So here-
you want to be happy.
Let's test this. Let's
and
test
now
this.
we're replacing. And I mean, if you want to destroy humanity, that's fine.
Well,
but
let's test this. Like, I actually do care a lot about humanity, actually. And I actually agree with you that having more kids is important. And so you're telling me that it is a moral bad for me to do that because I am
Moral
not
bad.
becoming a father of children, correct?
Okay,
Is that your issue?
and I apologize. I shouldn't have said you.
Don't apologize.
No, but
This
in general, I mean, let's talk about me for a second. So you think that it's a bad thing because that what I'm doing to myself is a bad thing because I can't father children, which means that there are less people in the future, correct? So you're making a pro-natalist argument, correct?
Pro-natalist.
Sure, and it's not just about you. Like, look,
The leaflet's really trying to help her on this.
Done to yourself, but I think it sets it has set a precedence for young impressionable people to follow in this way. So it's not just affecting you. It gives the example to upcoming generations.
They often say
and
don't
the
argue with
upcoming
retards.
generations
They'll drag you
that,
down to their level.
You feel
Beat
a
you with
certain way,
experience.
Go do this to your body.
Problem is,
Can we focus on this one part? That
I've been
you-
retarded
so-
longer than
you-
most
you-
of the people have been
you-
alive.
I'm like,
Real.
I am abandoning my. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is like kind of your angle. Is that I am
Correlated with
abandoning my
transgenderism
duty-
directly correlated with
my duty-
conformity
my
in
duty
society
as
in a time of
because
no
how I
war,
was
which
born.
is post
I'm
World War
abandoning my
II.
duty as a human being
State of the
by
world.
not reproducing, correct?
That's a primary thing, yeah.
Perhaps,
Okay,
yeah. There's
so
been
if
other
you're concerned about
societies
kids,
that have been
I
like
think that
peaceful,
so I
though.
wouldn't have wanted to have kids.
It's
anyway,
a
because
consequence of
parents,
times of
right?
peace,
So
absolutely.
In this case, me actually doing this would mean that I'm
Times of
I
peace
have
and
more life,
abundance.
which means I have more money, which means I can go get surrogates through IVF, and I can create more kids than I would have if I wasn't. So doesn't that solve your problem? In fact, that's better.
Why is it better?
It's better because I'm happier now. I can make the money and I can create more kids via surrogacy. Compared to 0, which would have been if I didn't do that.
I'm gonna go because one of my other favorite streamers is streaming. She's getting eye surgery this Thursday, I think. Because is it? Wait, let me guess. Is it Tabatash? Either way, have a good one. Go say hi to her. Go have a good one. Thank you for being here as long as you could. Enjoy your night, Tailgater. Thank you. Love you right back. Kyra says homosexuality and transgenderism are the same thing. Are they? I thought you argued that homosexuality and straightness doesn't exist. So therefore does transgenderism not exist? They didn't start doing experiments to change sex until the early 20th century, and yeah, then they stopped during the wars. Makes sense, yeah. If you think you are non-binary, it's basically a concept that has nothing to do with reality. You basically believe in an ideology post-structuralists thought of. Probably accurate, yeah. Do we need another war for people to stop? I mean, we're kind of heading that direction. I think we obviously, you've probably seen that meme, right? You've probably seen the meme of like, hard times create tough men create good times create weak men create hard times, in that cycle, right? You've probably seen that meme. We're probably heading into hard times. You're hinting at that? Okay. Yeah, we're probably, right now we're at the weak men stage. Weak men are creating hard times. So we're entering hard times. And guess what? Those hard times are going to create strong men. So the hard times is probably going to be like like war, maybe some like lack of resources. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, things are going to get tougher. You can already see the world preparing for World War III. It's not great, sucks, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can avoid it. Maybe it's possible we avoid it if people are smart, but it seems like those that with the power to avoid it seem to be wanting to push towards it. We'll see. Things have seemed too good for too long. True. Yeah, it's been too long. Like the difference between, or like the amount of years between World War I and World War II or what? Like World War I was around like 1912 to 1914. And then you add like another, 30 years to that? So now, okay, World War II is around like 1944 or 43, 45, So now you add another 30 years to that would have been what? 1970? Like, okay, so how many years past World War II are we and we still haven't had another world war? We've had a long, long time of like surplus and wealth and decadence and abundance. We are kind of due for a catastrophe. Unfortunately, we are kind of due for a fucking major war. So, and that sucks. And I would like to avoid it if possible. I'm just saying, hey, we've had it good for a long while. Maybe that's why shit's going whack. Maybe that's why. The mental gymnastics these people perform is insane. True. I'm kidding with the last comment. What? Which was what? Which comment? The things that were too good for too long? Why are there so many trans lesbians, it seems? Leva is actually in a stronghold for the thoughts as long as it only applies to her own body. I want to, so I can't. Yeah, I mean, if you have like this individualist, like libertarian sort of view, it's very hard to argue against that, I guess. Like without it being a moral argument. Like, oh, you want to do that to yourself? And you're not involving anyone else? Okay, well, it's hard to argue against that. The problem is, you would have to mention that, well, most trans people aren't doing that. Most trans people are making it other people's problems. When you say you want trans rights, what you are saying is you want to make it other people's problem. Homosexuality as in same-sex acts. Anyone who says they are queer or non-binary is literally just in an ideological religion. I would agree. I was hinting at that. Oh yeah, I read that already. You owe me a shout out, no matter if it's a different streamer. Okay, will do. I'll try to remember. We'll all just die. It's possible. With a world war, it might happen, yeah. Wild thing is, the war won't be in the sandbox. It won't. It'll be somewhere else. Where? Wars won't ever be fought. Like, that is the problem. Like, I guess the reason, one could argue the reason why we haven't had a world war since World War II is because World War II had the invention of the atomic bomb. That is likely what many would attribute to the fact that we haven't had another world war. Because everyone knows another world war, if it does happen, would very likely result in somebody, if not everyone, but somebody using nuclear weapons. And that no one's going to have a good time. Everyone's going to have a fucking bad time from that. Except maybe the elite. The elite will probably be fine. The elite will be fine. They'll be in their bunkers or whatever the fuck. They'll probably be able to live through it, but everyone else is going to have a real bad time. As long as Russia and China stay out of our way, I doubt we would go into World War III. I think right now, Russia and China's goal is to have the U.S. destroy itself. Like, honestly, I think they're okay with not doing a direct confrontation. They might do skirmishes here and there, and here and there. They might do skirmishes here and there. They might do like proxy wars. I think they'll for sure avoid any direct confrontations. They're happy watching us destroy ourselves over the long run. Absolutely. Our allies weaken themselves because of our own strength. Yeah, just short of 100 years. Yeah, I'll do one better. When was the last time war was fought on American soil? Yeah, almost never. I mean, I guess technically you can argue like Pearl Harbor, but that's a big technicality there. Wars had their effects before you knew they were coming. If you lost now, you get packaged war, where there's a certain set of socioeconomic effects, or just an endless war fought with drone strikes. Yeah, we're kind of in that endless war section. Kidding, like Confederation. Like, kidding with, unironically, yes, we need a war. Things. Oh yeah. I wouldn't want a war. Right, I gotcha. But the things seem too good for too long. Rage. We need the fries in the bag, stalling emotes? I know we do. Yeah, I'm stalling right now. You're right. Because right now you want to say, Neko stalling, put the fries in the bag. I know. We do need those. I'll add them. I'll try to add them before tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna get rid of the white monster one. As fun as it was, it's a lot. It's a lot to waste three emote spaces for one meme is a bit much. Last spam, yeah, it's gonna go. Sadly, until I get more slots. Maybe if I got more slots, I can add it again. But yeah, use it while it's still here. For whoever asked, there are a lot of trans lesbians because they're not trans. They have autogynephilia. I see. They get off on transing themselves. It's fucking wild. Yeah, nearly 200 years. A lot of people who become trans and think they'll be lesbians start liking guys when they take HRT. Interesting. Well, there are wars being fought anyway of a different kind in this wild time, and I don't mean armed conflicts in present right now. You mean like you mean the what do you call it? The info wars, maybe? The meme wars. I want trans rights is I want to force you to participate in yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because that's the thing, is like, if nobody really gives a shit if they did this to themselves and kept it to themselves. You do this to yourself and you keep it to yourself, no one cares. The problem is they're not satisfied with that. They want to wear their shit. They want to be obnoxious and wear their shit in public, make it everyone else's problem. They want to walk into the other bathroom. They want everyone else to put up with this. They want to be visible, right? No one would give a shit if they were like, well, I'll be normal until I'm at home where I'll do my own shit, you know? I'll do it from the privacy of my home. And that's often what they'll say, from the privacy of their homes, right? When they were pushing the whole gay issue, it's like, oh, well, they just want to be with their desired lover from the privacy of their... Why do you care what they do in the privacy of their own home? Well, the argument is not that. That's a bullshit argument. The argument's not the privacy of their own home. No one cares about what you do in the privacy of your own home. Well, some do, but that's not truly the argument. The argument is actually, the argument is actually the fact that we have to deal with the shit in public. That's why we have a problem with it. Wars won't be a thing because of if it is, it's GG basically. The moment one nuke pops off, all nukes pop off. That is the worry. Yeah, Cold War was like a puppet show. Anyways, true. Thought you were gonna give me a free shout out right now. Oh, you want one right now? All right. Special thank you to Tailgater for making it this far into the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well wishes to you. Have a good one. Go see the other streamer you were talking about, and I wish you and them well as well. well. Thank you. Have a good night. Special thanks to you, Tailgater. Thank you. The last few American conflicts, at least, was against guerrilla forces. No, Vietnam, Iraq. Yeah, it was very much like an what do you call it? Like a... I forget the term I was going to look for. Like a not a fair war, like a imbalanced war, whatever. Either way. All the woke stuff in Greenpeace really came from Russia and China, in my opinion. Potentially. I don't know if all of it. I would wager Israel had a portion of that too. Certainly there's a lot of... Some of it's probably homegrown as well. I think a lot of it could be... like there's many sources. Certainly I think much of it is foreign influence, but... yeah, there's some homegrown too. Yeah. Civil War, do nothing, win. China. Basically, yeah. China's been around for how long? How ancient is China? Like, literally, China and Russia, I think, are playing the strat of longevity. Just be a good nation, as in, don't submit to Western values. Don't fall victim to these, ideological or, these leftist issues. Don't fall victim to those. Stay around long enough and you'll outlive your enemies. This is what I think they're going to go for. Their strat. We blowing up chat today. True. I'm having struggle. I'm struggling to get to the bottom of this. I'm okay with drone striking the fuck out of the sandbox forever as long as we don't put feats there. I think we should stop participating in any sandbox wars, honestly. But I've seen many that have your disposition on that. That or clock, watch one? Clock or watch one? Oh, you mean get rid of it? Spiritual war manifested in this era. They want to be so visible. I should not have to go on X and half... I should not go on X and half the stuff is trans stuff. True. Arguing using terms from this time is a lose-lose in a spiritual war. True, and ironically, the only reason why most people care is because trans people are chopped and annoying, and that's literally it. Yes, agreed. You must argue with natural law. With it. Someone else, it was Censor mentioned natural law. I guess. I don't know if I agree with natural law necessarily, but hot take, we should never have gotten gay marriage. They went right for transing the... Yeah, the thing is, there was a huge argument during gay marriage about the slippery slope. Guess who came out correct on that? They kept saying that's a logical fallacy. That's a logical fallacy. Well, it turns out it's not. Turns out, hey, you people yelling fallacy are fucking morons. It is not a logical fallacy. The slippery slope is proven now. It's a proven fact. Slippery slope. You give a little, it might go a lot. That's just proven to be an actual phenomena. No, it comes from a certain tribe. Oh, hey, that's my favorite. Gay, black, trans woman is talking. I shall listen. You better. Rando, you sit your ass down. You listen and learn, okay? A Neko is talking. Asymmetric war is absolutely the term I was trying to think of. Thank you, Kyra. Basically, asymmetric warfare. Yes, Telzak. Exactly. Thank you. Nuke the sandpit. I want Glassland. No. Low key. No. Well, okay. Only if it includes all. If we're gonna do that, it has to include all of the sandpit. No ifs, ands, or buts. No leaving certain out. No. If we're doing that, it has to include all of it. Okay. No favor. You can't play favoritisms here. Mine is like that because I like to poke the trans bear. I see. Can't ignore delusion. Same. Yeah. Alex Jones saw Blair White, and his world turned upside down. Apparently, yeah. I still think that's a weird. He took a photo with her and like was like he gave like a pro-trans message. I think that was weird. I still think that's weird. I literally mean okay. Then I agree with you, Rando. I did overgeneralize by saying natural law. I meant more so in the St. Thomas Aquinas sense. Yeah, I think I would agree with you in that sense. So any clue why I wasn't named after my dad? Yo, you rock the Desperate. Oh, this is a joke? I don't have time for your jokes, but okay, I'll bite. Why weren't you named after your dad? Because your mom cheated. I don't know. What's the joke? Alex and Blair are really good friends, apparently. The only favoritism I have is I want to keep Jerusalem for the Christians. That's about it. Besides that, nuke it all. Well, that's favoritism. You can't do it. We got to nuke it all. There's too much sandbox to actually nuke safely, so we have to do it the old-fashioned way. A lot of us accept trans folk if they actually do their best to look well. I mean, I wouldn't like it, but I would put up with it if they just put some fucking effort in. Because that's a stupid name? Wait. What's the joke? Why was I named after my dad? Because that's a stupid name. Oh, I see. After my dad is an awful name. You're right. Then the toddler-ticians can't play in the sandbox anymore? Sag. Get the sandpit from California? Real. Sounds too idyllic, right? Alright. I reached the bottom of chat. Fuck you, chat. Fuck you, chat. You make me take too damn long. The amount of chats are too damn high. Anyway, all right, I gotta try and finish it. We still have fucking like 30 minutes of this fucking debate. All right, no more pausing. I'll try to read chats if they're relevant to the stream, but no more pausing. Riot. Thank you for the sunglasses. Thank you. What did I get here? What is this? Twitch. Your gift to Cardboard Cowboy is expired. No. I like how they put this notices to let you know that there's an update to the monetized streamer agreement. But they won't tell me what the update is. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the Peepo plushie. Thank you for the military helmet. Thank you for the aviator sunglasses. Peepo plushie and aviator sunglasses from Happa. Military helmet from Telzak. Thank you, guys. I'm losing my voice. All right, we're going to watch the video now. My favorite gay, black, trans woman is speaking too much, gave them too many rights, revoke. True. That goes ready for war. I am ready. Based. Peepo is your trusty companion. Peepo is the representation of chat. You know, I'm holding chat close. You guys will be my backup, right? I'm looking at you and my brain says I'm looking at an attractive woman, but then I have to use the logic to know that you're a man. Alex Jones. That's fucked up. Why do you say that? I still think that's fucked up. the fucking monster and they arrive. That's good. Sip from the monster. What's a blonde's favorite fairy tale? Hump me, dump me. Damn. I see. All right. We got 30 minutes. I'm gonna get back to it.
So the calculation is there's more humans that exist because of me doing this. In my own personal realm.
I forgot what she was talking about. I spent too much time looking at chat.
You should write these down, by the way, so you can.
Yeah. I got
test them off.
That's a good point. Yeah. I have to hack up my lungs.
You know another thing you can do? You can ask ChatGPT to be the other side of an argument.
I haven't like really heard it before.
It does work.
I think we had talked about this the other day.
Granted, ChatGPT won't be as I don't know, asinine as some of the people you argue with might be, but
then you have an alternative.
It would help you for having a good reasoned argument.
It's like, well, is this actually morally correct? Then we would have to like go into morals, not just the result.
How would I counter this? This line is really hard to counter, basically.
Yeah, that's a hard one to counter, but I would say, like, you know, is it like, and I guess something to me think about is like true economic
You'd have to argue basically.
Leaflet's losing character. She's dropping character.
You would have to
Breaking character. If I ask ChatGPT to be retarded, I just go to my mom's class. Damn.
I just think that what I'm trying to get at, and I'm not articulating it well. And, I'm sure someone's cooking me in the chat right now saying, "You idiot, say that."
No, it's hard. This is actually a hard one.
Blondes being dumb is the biggest anti-white trope of all time. True. Well, that and Karens. The Karen thing and the blondes being dumb are definitely anti-white tropes.
Sure,
Yes.
I'll agree with you in that case, but we're not at that point yet. So like that prescription would not even apply to now. But then the problem with that is that they will then attack your entire motive basically at that point. So it's like. I'm trying to think like how you get around that.
That's what I was trying to do, and I think you were actually like doing that because I had mentioned, well, we're not.
We love
in
our
the
Karens,
cyberpunk,
yes.
Reality where that's even possible. I don't think it'll ever be possible, to be honest. I think it's science fiction.
Blonde men are chill
quote,
AF.
Possible, like in the sense of like,
Most of the time,
I
yeah.
think it's going to cause a lot of deaths because people are not wired like. The human body is very complex. Like it's not like, oh, you know, it's like.
Well, yeah,
Helps when you have a Karen in your life sometimes.
If you go down that argument, the reason why is because if you go down that argument, like there will inevitably be technology. There will inevitably at some point be technology that allows. Well, I mean, it is a possibility. You don't know that. You don't know if the counter is true either. So like if the technology like ever occurs or like could possibly occur, then your ideology would be based on that. Your entire point would be based on that technology not existing or ever existing. So all it would have to do is exist, and then it would completely destroy your ideology.
No, because it's about brain. That technology doesn't solve the brain issue.
Based on like what we currently like have, because that could be like 100 years from now. We don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, technology.
Is she gonna mention the fact that we can't change someone's brain?
So it's kind of it's a difficult one to do.
Okay, we have the technology to perfectly
This
100% anatomically
this is probably
change someone's body from male to
the
female.
technology line is the hardest line for.
I assume people go into that want to keep their brain
And like for me personally, like my
intact, right?
Ethics, I would just surrender.
I would assume they want to keep their brain intact. Otherwise, you're not who you are, right?
Like you can't really surrender.
Maybe they'd be insane enough to not want that.
As a stellar feminist, I would completely surrender that because I would say, okay, well, well, fine then. If you solve all those problems, if you solve all the problems like the suicide and like you have everything like lined up where it's like a perfect version of that. Like who am I to tell a person like what they can or can't do? I wouldn't really care. Right, so from a Christian point of view, it's very difficult to defend that specific angle, which is crazy because none of
as a humanist, she would accept that. What?
This is what I said. I'm better at arguing pro trans shit than the trans people are. Like, let's be real, chat. Let's be real.
Because a lot of it is like based, it's rooted in like emotion and not really like reality. And I don't think that I think they realized because when I think Ava, or how do you say that person?
Yeah, Leifland's broken character. They're just chatting about the meta now.
There was a point where he said that I think you had asked him. Like if he cared like about women or something along those lines, and he basically said he doesn't care. And to me, that kind of like put the final nail in the coffin, because if you don't care, then why do I need to care about your point? If you don't care about the group that you're trying to associate with and what they're experiencing and going through, like what?
Why didn't she say this earlier?
Make your own thing, make your own category, get out.
You're doing pretty well, though, I think.
Now she's answering the whole "why do you not care?" or "why don't you care?" Oh, you don't care, then it doesn't matter. Then your argument doesn't matter. Like now she knows to come back to the "I don't care."
I think I recommended you Jay Dyer, and I don't know if you've gotten a chance to watch him yet. He's been on Andrew Wilson's show, I believe, and he's definitely talked. He's met Rachel and Andrew.
Jay Dyer, isn't he like the Catholic debater guy?
That you would say like I wish more Christians were like him, because he goes.
Or is he just Christian? I don't know.
Aggressive, but he has like things like geopolitical stuff. He knows about like the technocratic society, communism, Marxist like ideologies and stuff like that. And you'd be like, wow. So I was like actually watching him earlier, and I was using some of his points that trans ideology is trying to be subversive.
She listened to Jay Dyer, but she didn't use any sort of religion
the rules
arguments.
Given, based again on like
orthodoxy kind of sucks.
Really like change that. So you either play the hand that you're dealt with, or
I know Fuentes debated him at some point, and I remember
again that doesn't hold up in terms of
I didn't watch it. I don't think
it doesn't really hold up. The only real argument that you can make,
but I remember being like kind of like I don't think Fuentes was satisfied with his performance in that debate.
I don't know what argument you can make after that. Yeah. Like once we hit a futuristic scenario like transhumanist scenario, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to argue against against it from the standpoint of freedom. It has to be a sort of authoritarian religious like angle, which is very difficult.
Where I want to go. Yeah, I don't think I want to go in that way, because I do believe in free will. I do believe people can do what they want. You're free to do. I guess my argument is like, and I want to convince people.
Why not just make the argument that they're making it other people's problem?
It has
easy.
Mental.
You don't have to go authoritarian.
Rip apart
religious argument. You can just say
making it into something else, which some people don't care. Like
if you kept to yourself, no one would care.
Like who cares?
This wouldn't be a big deal if you kept to yourself.
Stability in society, and we're already seeing that.
The problem is you're making it everyone else's problem.
And maybe this
easy argument.
These kind of dots is like the more that we allow this subversion and destruction, other people from other nations and different cultures are going to come in and finish us off, because we're so busy fighting this, which is so stupid. And we're so distracted that our birth rates are low. These other people are coming in with their culture and they're taking over.
She's going to argue from a country standpoint.
One argument But the problem, okay, see, this is the problem is Rana has a very good defense. And the defense would be, okay, well, we're not there yet, but otherwise I would agree with you. But again, that would force you to agree with them and that the limiter is technology. That's a very, very hard argument to make from a
technology will never solve the brain
to like the religious,
issue.
like Christian perspective. You can
Unless
never
you're
say yes
okay
to
with
that,
losing who you
which
are
is-
entirely, which maybe they are. I don't know.
at
You'd have
least
to ask
from,
a trans person.
More conservative religious like Christian standpoint. Like some like Protestant ones could probably like just say like, yeah, sure, like who cares at that point. But I think the more like fundamentalist ones like will have trouble with that line of, well, okay, because you would completely disarm them if you said, okay, well, I agree with you.
What are the
agree
Foids
with you,
yapping about?
when
They're
you have
yapping
technology,
about
then like sure you can do that. But
now
like,
they're
that is
just
not
yapping
now.
about
So we
like
have to talk about now.
like Leaflet dropped
Right?
the act.
I
Leaflet
think
dropped
I
the
would
act.
be able to bring you to
They're
that
yapping
wall of, like, I
about
would be able to, like hang you on that.
the meta
If you
on
can
how you
surround
would
that.
argue. Like Leaflet's trying to help her how you would
So
argue
it's kind of
this.
difficult, honestly. This is what I was saying, by the way. Like, and by the way, just like for the chat, this is what I was talking about. How the trans argument is actually not even that hard to make. To make a defense of trans stuff is not hard to make, but trans people are too fucking greedy. They're too fucking greedy. They will not surrender any ground, which makes it impossible for them to defend.
Well, the argument is based on fucking nonsense. It's just I want to do this. I want to do
It's
this.
like,
Let me
for
do this.
example, if I
That's
kept
what
fighting
the
about
argument
biology,
is.
There's no way I win that. Right? There's no way you win that because
have
the
to really
biology is
win.
very fucking obvious.
Celestium's
Like,
not
everybody knows
trans,
it.
no.
You don't win any public.
Supposedly,
any public
Leaflet
thing or
is not
any
trans
you just
either.
lose.
Yeah. So you have to like go into other
Opposite?
things that are difficult
Yes.
for me to like explain. So yeah, that's fair.
Do you have any
And
other lines you wanna fight just to practice?
My phone just died. Give me 1 second. I was
Yeah.
gonna take
Well,
one.
in this
Yeah,
argument,
I'm
Leaflet
gonna
is defending trans. Yes.
What's up, chat? I'm Evil Leaflet.
Okay. How much do
How
I
was
gotta
the debate
skip?
so far?
What's happening to her fucking model? Hold on.
They're just too greedy. Like all of the trans ID GGG.
What happened to her
The
model?
You were
problem
kinda
is,
cornering me a
I've
little bit
heard
there, though.
people say that. Like, dude, I've seen so many people like on X, like backseat and be like, "Oh, your arguments are shit" and stuff like that.
I think
But
the
then,
debate's over.
Literally everyone says this though, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you don't remember, they did like that panel to deconstruct my debate with Nyara, saying that like my points were bad, and then they ended up 1v1ing me, and I mean, you saw how that turned out.
That was wild. They got absolutely stomped and clowned on afterwards because everybody said Nyara basically, we don't have to continue this conversation, but Don, the chaser of everything, I
The
suppose. that's his name.
chaser of everything.
He was
The
trying to make it seem
Don,
Nyara
the
won
chaser of
debate,
everything.
and it's like,
Damn.
well, you got absolutely fried.
Damn.
And I think that once you start using like ad hominems, you've lost. I don't care if it's like 20, 30 minutes and you lost.
Someone
'Cause
from
it shows
chat said, I need to make a woke channel with a different like use a voice changer and just like use this model and like a voice changer and just make woke content and see like how it goes.
You should. I would, honestly, Leaflet, if you do that, I'm going to follow and promote that channel. And it'll be like, kind of like an April Fool's. Like, hey guys, I
diabolical.
stopped being Christian. This is the new wave. This is it.
This is diabolical. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm dying right now. Like, Loki.
This is my new woke lit model. I'm gonna use this anytime I debate something woke.
If you do that, you're really gonna make them
The
mad.
woke-lit model is
It's really-
weak
it's
though,
really
because it
fun, though,
doesn't.
for me.
It's
Like,
weak
even
because
to
it doesn't
do,
look
like,
woke.
Kind of alternate perspectives or like
The model
argue
doesn't look
things
woke.
From, like it's really fun to do it. I think like for me like the thing is I do like this.
The funny thing is she should have used blue
Like,
hair,
I'd be laying in bed and I'll
but her
literally
normal
debate
model
myself.
has blue hair.
Like, just to like find like
That's
the
why she
lines and,
couldn't
like,
do
where the weaknesses are and stuff like that.
I think that's good. And you're like inspiring me to do the same. Like going forward,
You
is to
should.
like
Well,
be a schizo in the mirror. Like be like, okay, this is what would Leaflet do? How do I break this down?
Well, the truth is, Celestian, like if you're gonna be in this space, you're gonna you will find yourself in front of opponents, and that is just kind of that's what happens when you're talking about politics and culture. You will inevitably face opposition, and you have to be prepared for it. That's what I was telling you about, which is why I was like trying to help you out, because it's like you're going to fight people. You're gonna have to, and like that's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, and I know you're not like always on X. You have a life, and I don't touch grass. Leaflet's like, what are you talking about? No, I'm kidding. There was someone, there was like a rumor that I wasn't like baptized, and people are trying to call me like a fake Christian, which I was baptized like when I was a baby, so I don't know where any of this information came from, but they were
Irrelevant.
these are people on the left. I'm gonna just mention them because I don't give a.
That's not even
I don't give a
true
fuck.
though.
It
Like
doesn't-
that's kind of dumb
Yeah.
though, right? Like
It's
saying
so
that you're not a
stupid.
Christian because you haven't been baptized.
Just
is
say
kinda
it's
dumb.
irrelevant to
Like,
the
you can be,
the
like, unrelated to it,
conversation.
right? Doesn't make you like a worse
Yeah.
person for it, right? Anyway, go ahead.
If you're arguing over a trans
Like,
issue and they're
so
like, well,
many
you're not a
people
true
have
Christian,
like,
it's like,
gone after
okay,
me,
irrelevant.
And he was trying so hard to like
Completely
invalidate my
irrelevant to the
arguments and
argument.
trying to make. He was also trying to bring up my Roblox stuff, which had nothing to like really do with the present conversation. So like what you're saying.
Say,
is,
I will not
these people
humor
will
irrelevant
use
arguments. That
every,
is
like, ad
irrelevant.
hominem under
You
the
can
sun,
say
they'll
it.
straw
I
man
disagree.
you
It's
and
irrelevant to the
slander you
argument.
because they can't confront
Answer the actual
reality
argument.
of like what you're trying to present them. So they have to go
Have a
and,
backbone.
chip at you. little by little until they wear you down, and then you start throwing, the ad hominems, because if they can catch you that way, they're just gonna say like, oh, you make some mean to me, you lost, and it's like, dude, like I've had to like control myself. I've had this urge to strangle people. I know I can't do it, but like it's so hard. Oh man. Oh, I was gonna say for the trans stuff, I think one thing that I don't know if you want to like give me your input on this.
Sure.
But,
Which line was it?
yeah, I guess it's like the overall effect, because I know you were playing a part and you weren't gonna like try to let me, because if I went in that direction, well, now you have to really like think about it and confront it. It's like, how do you make it seem like what you're doing is selfish and it doesn't help society, and it has these rippling effects that sure you may not see now because you're happy right now, you're fine, you're good, but then for the greater
Which exact point? Like, can you like what was the exact point that we were arguing that you want to go over?
Yeah, so I was trying to like talk about like subversion of roles, like, and it's not
Subversion
even
of
just
roles.
not just like from a religious standpoint, because even like secular people, right? There are people in the secular world who don't like trans people because they pervert
It's
things.
easy.
And
Think
we
of
don't
what the
even like
cause
children,
is.
but yeah,
What does a
Wait,
trans person entering a
You're
sport
gonna-
do?
If you try to paint all
What does
trans
it
people
do?
as perverted, I don't think you'll
You don't need religion for
Because
that
not
argument.
perverted as in like they're perverted, like
Only
creepy
God can
stalker, but,
determine a
like,
true
perverts.
Christian, so
I
shut the
see
fuck
personal
up, bro,
natural,
basically.
like some kind of
Right.
I mean,
natural-
that is an easy comeback,
Yeah,
yes.
some natural order, like mom and dad, and like what it means to.
But
really
then
do
they
these
would
things.
argue, like,
you
I don't
argue?
know, they could
How do
use
you
something
argue?
similar, like,
Yeah, how would you?
they can
I
reverse and
counter it.
use something similar
Like, if
for,
I were
like,
taking the anti-position.
only God can
Yeah,
determine
how'd you
true
counter it?
trans,
I counter it
so
by
I
saying
am
who cares?
trans, so shut the fuck up.
Like weird people should be allowed to exist. Like,
I
weird
don't know.
people.
They could
Weird
do
people should
something
be allowed to
similar.
exist. Who are you to tell me that that can't be weird?
Well,
That's why I feel like it's like,
I'm
it's
not
just,
saying you can't.
just say
I
it's
think you shouldn't,
irrelevant. Saying,
but
hey, you're not
I guess,
actually
like,
arguing the
I
point.
want to make like
I
an
don't know.
overarching argument of like how that kind
My
of like, mindset
level of
starts
Christianity
to
has nothing to do with
spiral, and
whether or
the thing
not
is, more and
trans
more
people are good or bad.
Like, let's say you get more people on your side, right? Like, more people are increasingly becoming trans, or they think that they're trans. Well, there comes a point, right, where
I think
because people are doing that,
I think
our
that
replacement rates are low.
I
Yeah.
think what you'd want to argue probably is that you think that there should be more awareness of the So first off, the children one is like 100% winnable. Like the children,
Really?
the
Okay.
children like trans like argument is like almost indefensible. Like it's very,
Almost
very easy, and I'm
indefensible.
sure you know a lot of the attacks on that one already. Like that one is almost indefensible, based on consent and ability. Like what's the word? Ability to make decisions. It's like you can 100% attack
Also, like,
that.
yeah,
The
Celestial
problem
didn't
is that
go
they
at the
don't
child
take that
trans
stance,
angle
and then
whatsoever.
they have a more
that
moderate.
is a bit
the,
weak,
the ones you're
but-
gonna have problems with are if a trans person takes a moderate like stance that only features adults, then you'll have a problem because now
Like,
you're,
she just mentioned the dawn of
going
everything, and
against,
the dawn of
like,
everything said
liberty,
what? Babies can be trans?
and they're gonna
There you
issue
go.
it, like,
Easy
tattoos
attack. Is
and
hey,
piercing.
Yeah.
no, they
Yeah.
can't. No, that's not how this works.
Comparable, though. Well, not like it's not comparable because that's more so an aesthetic thing, and it's not like.
Yeah, but see,
It
they would
doesn't
then
seem as an
claim
analogy.
they would then claim to you, right? So like
Yeah, I don't know how that could
okay,
work
so
either.
if I were making an argument, I would say, okay, you know what, I will accept and see this is what I mean, like trans people
Babies
won't
don't
do
even
this, they won't
fucking know what
concede
they are.
them.
They don't
But
even
if
know
I
what
were making an
hands
argument, I
are.
would
They
say,
don't
okay,
know what the
I
fuck,
concede
like,
the
their
ground
face
that
is.
a trans woman is a biological woman, and that is a different
You
thing.
think they know their
But
gender
if it's from the point of
identity?
view of
Fuck
aesthetics,
off.
Who are you to say that I can't change myself to my own ideals? Who are you?
Right.
Who are you to prevent me from doing that? In the same way that people do this for tattoos, in the same way that people do it for you know, like piercings or whatever, right? And then your counter to that would be, well, there are externalities. Like societal like issues. And then there are a bunch of different lines. The bathroom line, for instance, like you would have that, and then you would have an entire battle over enforcement of that. That's a different thing. I can explain that to you at a different time if you want. And then the line after that would be, okay, well, what if I'm not depressed? What if I'm not depressed and I'm doing this purely for aesthetic reasons? I understand who I am. And under that idea that my ideal self looks like this, who are you to prevent me from doing that?
So, do you want me to respond or just think about it?
It's up to you. Like, if you want to try.
Who am
I
I?
guess the
I'm
way
the
that I would take that
police.
is if it's just like aesthetic
Stopping
purposes,
trans right now.
would you be okay with not being, in women's spaces at all?
Yes, and so the counter argument that would then go into the bathroom argument, right? Because you would be pushing a bathroom argument. Like, I guess the point then would be, how do you enforce that? It's an issue of enforcement. So, like, say, like a person looked like me and like went and tried to go in there, right? Like, I'm not bothering anybody. Being a creative is
someone
already
would have
illegal,
to call
right?
and
so
then
what is
report
your
you.
method of enforcement? Like, are you gonna like
The
have a
method
dude
of
stand at the door
enforcement
and,
would
like, tell
depend on
them to get
someone
their hands down and,
calling.
like, look at it? Like how do you enforce it? Right, biometric scanners. Now you're going to a privacy argument. Like that's
that's-
like the thing that you're gonna.
Well,
you're gonna fight
one,
against there.
driver's license
I'm
and
telling you, like, all of this
identification
shit, I lay
should
in bed
have
and I
birth,
think about the
gender,
culture wars,
birth,
and I think about, okay, what if I'm
sex
arguing
on
against
there.
somebody
No,
in this position of the culture war, and I will run all
obviously
of these
places
lines in
like
my head like a
California are
chess match.
fucking that up, but
Because I'm crazy.
it's easy. The enforcement's
I think
easy.
that's what makes you.
You just say,
Freak.
if someone were to report
Yeah,
you,
fighting culture war against
police
myself.
can go and investigate the
I'm
issue,
crazy in a different way.
But yeah,
If they
that
discover
would
you
be-
in
that
the
would be one. That's where
bathroom,
you're kind of
and then
gonna
they
have
find
some
that your
problems,
driver's license
in
sex
which
doesn't
case, I
match.
guess you could then counter with like a argument from the
Easy
point
enforcement.
of view of unease, Where like if a person obviously looks like a dude, like it would be weird, but then they would counter that with, well, what if a woman just looks like a dude? Then should we call
So glad they
cops
made
on
it
her?
where you
Like,
need
see what I
to
mean?
have the
It's
right
a
sex
really,
on the
really
license. Only a
different
couple
reality.
states holding out.
I
True.
think, like,
That is good, though.
probably the
Yeah.
best solution.
I
would be
agree.
to have see, but even then you like I was gonna say like you have a gender neutral restroom, like kind of like just family restrooms, like and you just like require that like everyone that has a restroom like has at least one of those, because I think multiple people can benefit from that, right? Like you can. Oh, sorry, I'm talking too fast. Multiple people can benefit from that.
Just let
including
this. Just say
disabled
trans people can
and
use the
families
handicap
that, like,
bathroom.
had to change their kids.
This
But then
is
you
our
have the same issue
our.
of, well, how do you enforce
What
that
about the
trans people
freaks?
can't use
What do you
it?
call it? This is our
Yeah.
It's hard. So like for me, it's like
compromise.
if you sound and look
If you're
like a woman
transgender,
and I
you can
don't
use
know
the
you,
handicap
I'm gonna
bathroom.
go based on like what I see and what I hear. Now, if I and sometimes I can tell even because even trans people who sound more like women, if you pay close attention enough, you'll be able to kind of like tell. But that takes a trained ear, I guess, at that point. But if I didn't know anything about you and you kind of fooled me with that, then yeah, in that case. But I would say in most cases, people like trans people don't look like the thing that they're trying to go for, and you can tell that they're not that. I think in very few cases, I don't know what the percentage is, so maybe I'm speaking out of my butt here, but
Speaking out of her butt.
There's like women with beards too, right? Like there's
yeah,
that's
like if you have
thing,
PCOS,
right?
you can have like a mustache on your face.
Yeah,
and it's
so,
like
like,
that's a hormonal problem.
If a woman, it's like for instance, right, you go into an entire line of argumentation of like, if a woman grows a beard, is she not allowed to have the beard even though it's natural? Right?
Someone said all that hormones won't remove the Adam's apple. Actually, what do like trans women do with that? Like, what happened? I'm actually curious about that.
I'm not 100% sure. I believe that there's surgeries for that, but they're like really risky, I think. I'm not
That's
sure. I
not
don't really know
hell.
about it.
I don't think so. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's difficult because like here's the thing with debates, and like I realize this, and like listening to Jay Dyer and a little bit of Andrew Wilson, like everybody's arguments are circular. It's just like which circle is truly the best, right? Because it's always gonna go around in a circle, it never ends. And I'm like,
You
I
can
don't know
easily
enough
break a
about
circle by
philosophy
being like,
and
all right,
argument to, like,
I think we've talked about enough about
really
this.
make,
Let's
like, a
move
good
on to the
argument,
next
'cause, like, how you
topic
mentioned in the
on
start, right?
this
You don't care about my
debate.
religion.
Yes, exactly. So you would have to establish, establish like a shared morality to even begin. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's kind of, and the problem is like once that breaks down, really your only choice is force, which would be like voting, right? In like the current case of democracy, because obviously we're not going to shoot each other over it, right?
Yeah.
Yet.
Oh, I mean that'll come eventually. We'll destroy each other. I have my popcorn. I'm waiting for, in the mountains here, waiting for people to
waiting
go
for
kill each other. Yeah, that's.
Who's
like,
gonna
that's
start the
hard
next,
because
like-
I'd argue.
It kind of feels like Leaflet's starting it. I'm like, who's starting the VTuber Internet Blood Sports?
Things like that.
It feels like Leaflet's starting something similar. We need someone who's like a host. We need like a host, and then they have two people fight. Two people fight it out, debate it out, right? And the host tries to be
You
like
can arrive at
even-handed,
like a
right?
similar morality with different, like you just need a telos.
We need,
that
like,
everybody can
we
agree
need
with.
VTuber
And if you
Internet
have that,
Blood
you can still
Sports.
arrive at like a similar morality, I think. I've like kind of changed my mind on that because I've thought about it.
Whoa, she glitching.
Yeah, although it is true though, it is true that a lot of people who are like atheist, like these sort of atheistic leftists, they don't know from where their morality originates. So like for the most part, it's true. For the most part, it's true.
Yeah, that's like the angle that I want to like kind of like wedge myself in is like, and that's what I was trying to do earlier. But like again, I'm not really good at debating, so it's really hard for me to like really push it. It's like, well, where do you get your morality from? And that's something that I've like always asked myself. Where do these people even
Why
get
didn't
any of this
she
from?
needs to look
And
into
sure,
that then?
Like they may not believe in the Bible, but it's very reflective of like there
That's
is
a
this morality
huge.
that humanity
That's a
inherently
huge
has,
weakness in
and
an
your conscience
argument.
of
If you
God,
don't know where you
whatever
get
you
your
wanna call it,
morality from, that's a
when
huge
something's
weakness.
wrong,
You need to.
it's gonna tell you. Unless
You
you're,
need
like,
to have a
psycho,
strong
you're
argument
disconnected
for
from
where your
mind, body, and
morality
society,
stems
like,
from.
Whatever. But on average, right, the normal person knows inherently like what's right and what's wrong. But society.
I don't
like,
think
comes
I
together
feel like
and
it's
kind of,
extremely
like,
weak
put
argument to
everything
appeal
into
to
this word,
natural
like,
law.
solidify what that is. Like
Personally, at least, I think that's weak, but
and obviously people can choose not to follow it, but it's hard because I really want to use like religion because it's it's not like my super strong suit, but
Okay,
like,
you want to know what you
that's
could
I'm
argue
grounded
from?
in.
You could argue from the standpoint of stellar
Oh.
humanism.
stellar humanism. Sure. What was that last thing they just put in that like fucking final frame there?
Because I really want to use like religion because it's not like my super strong suit, but
Okay,
like,
you want to know what you
that's
could
I'm
argue
grounded
from?
in.
You could argue from the standpoint of stellar humanism.
Video on stellar humanism at some points when I feel like it. Stellar humanism. What the fuck is this something I need to look up? Hold on. Stellar humanism? I've never heard of this. ChatGPT. Tell me what is stellar humanism as a concept. That sounds dumb though. Hey, what if we were all just humanistic but also like stellar about it? That sounds really dumb. It's an awful name. But let's see. Stellar humanism. This is why she said, this is probably one of those things where she says like, oh, I'm right wing, but I think trans people and gays should be around. Right? Is this probably why she believes this shit? Stellar humanism isn't formal, widely established doctrine, but it's a compelling idea that you can think of as an evolution to humanism into a cosmic context, placing human values, dignity, and meaning within the vast scale of the universe. I don't know if this is... Maybe I have to ask Rock, because I don't know if... I don't know where they're pulling this from. Where is ChatGPT pulling this from? Core idea, traditional humanism focuses on welfare, human welfare, reason, ethics, flourishing here on Earth. Stellar humanism extends that outlook outward. Imagine humanity as a species that not only survives, but thrives among the stars. Okay, this is just taking humanism, but puts it in space. This is not right. This is not it. Oh, wait, it's the idea that we can spread to the planets we can, hence the stellar? Seriously? I feel like that can't be what she's talking about. Because what the... Okay, so she's like, I have a solution to the trans problem. The stars. What the fuck's that mean? The fuck do you mean? I have a solution. What if we went into space? Well, okay, well, we're still going to have trans people being problematic even if we went to space. You know? So, okay, how does that solve it? Send the trans people to Jupiter, I guess? I don't know. Either way, I guess, you know, hey, when she makes that video, we can cover it, right? When she makes the stellar humanism video or whatever, I'll look at it. Until then, though, I guess this will be it. Interesting. I guess, yeah, Celestia's really got to work on that. She got to work on where her morality comes from. She got to work on not allowing your opponent to just go, I don't care, who cares? I don't care, who cares? Don't let your fucking opponent do that. But yeah, she's got to work on it. But I guess it's good to practice. She's doing the right thing then. But that's cool. Wish them the best. Let's see. Send them to Jupiter so they can get more stupider? Damn. Damn, got him. Anyway. Kind of went long with... I guess we did like 2 reacts. We did like 2 reacts, and we went way past the... an hour past my intended end time. What even was that? That was Leaflet, the VTuber, debating with Celestium, a mock debate with Celestium, the VTuber. Both are right-wing leaning VTubers, I guess. They were debating the trans topic and practicing, because I think they intend to debate others on it. Late? What do you mean late? Oh, I am out. Yeah, this is late. This is a late end. You're right. This is a late end. Anyway, thank you very much to everyone that stopped by today. Thank you very much to those that are still with me here in the Twitch chat. Thank you to Diamond, Frag, IDM, Taint, Call Me Astro, Siffy, Fashizi, Happa, Kairu, One and Only Stormy, and Tanuith. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, use that white monster because we're gonna lose it soon. Potentially tomorrow there'll be no more white monster left. It seems very skin suiting, but the content works. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is like 100%. I feel like there's something about Leaflet that I'm like 100% we don't agree. There's something hidden in there that we don't agree. But when I look at all her videos and shit, what she's presenting though is very agreeable for the most part, like 90% agreeable. So I'm like, stellar humanism is probably one of them. It's like, when I'm listening to her, it's like I agree with nearly everything she's saying, but then like something slips out, and I'm like, oh, the fuck was that? What do you mean by that? Like, for example, when she says, I have some logical arguments for trans people, but I won't use that. I'll use different arguments. What the fuck do you mean? You have logical arguments for trans people existing? What do you mean? Excuse me? The stellar humanism? What the fuck's that? So yeah. There's obvious disagreement. It's just hard to pinpoint exactly. But she's all over the place. She speaks a lot of vague generalities, but when it's like, okay, what do you believe? She's like, I believe right-wing talking points. Okay, great. I feel like she holds some yeah, she does hold some leftist ideals, but she can't tell what they are. Yeah. Like she speaks a lot of the correct right-wing opinions. Like she'll say a lot of correct right-wing opinions to fit the mold. But she very clearly still holds dear some leftist ideals that she's kind of hiding, it feels like. Or she's like, she will admit exist, but she doesn't exactly make it, like, she doesn't present it as obviously. There's some views from the left she must hold only because she is female? Maybe. That's not Twitch friendly to talk about, I suppose. Anyway, thank you very much to those in the YouTube chat. So thank you to Tailgater, Promise Milk, I have Fan Williams, Mississippi Gonzo, and I think that's it for the YouTube. Special thanks to Tailgater for being here. I'll just say it again, just in case. In the Kick chat, we had a couple bots. We had One and Only Stormy. We had Kick Sensor. We had Kairu and Happa, I think. I think that was it. Actually, I don't see Happa there. But either way, thank you to those in the Kick chat. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. Don't mean to forget people, but it happens sometimes. So thank you to those I may have forgotten. Tomorrow is tomorrow's gonna be a game day. Tomorrow I'll play Lucid Blocks or Star Wars Last was it last? That's not Last Jedi. What is it? Jedi Outcast. We're gonna play either Lucid Blocks or Jedi Outcast for all the stream tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Those who love games, you know, you can show up for that. That'll be fun. Until then, you know, I'll try and be on time. It won't be late. Either way, you guys all have a good night or good morning or good afternoon, regardless, whatever time it is for you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope I'll be seeing you soon. Until next time, peace out. Peace, peace, peace. See ya later. See you then. Have a good night. Get some rest. You was only on Twitch. Good night and bye, everyone. Oh, you were only. Okay, gotcha. I was only. Okay, yeah, was only. Gotcha. All right. Well, have a good night, Happa, and the rest of you guys. Have a good night. The opposite of arrived, leaving now. Gotcha. Yeah, I would do a leave. It would just be the opposite. Just reverse it, right? Either way. All right. Peace out. Good night. Goodbye. Peace. Good night. Peace. Oh, hello, I shoot champion. I was literally just ending. Came here right at the end. Literally, I was about to hit the turn off stream button. But hello there, welcome, and unfortunately I'm going to have to say good night and goodbye. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. Either way, good to see you, but I gotta go. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace. Goodbye. Peace. Same. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. Peace out. Goodbye. Peace. See ya. Goodbye. Peace.